Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We was having some technical difficulties to start the show. Let me know if everybody can hear me very clearly. Can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Okay, all right. Sorry about that. I had a freeze on my end. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to everybody right now that's rolling in the chat right now and the panel. Peace and love. We got breaking news in the NBA. We got some NBA trades to break down and definitely predicting some more trades that could potentially be on the horizon. We got free agency fastly approaching. Before you know it, it's gonna be July 1st. Dominoes are falling. You understand? Obviously, things got kicked off, you know, ahead of the NBA draft with the Beal situation and the Porzingis, and now you have Collins. There are more blockbusters on the table. You have the new CBA. All of these new rules are put in place, and we're gonna break everything down. We're gonna get all into it, man. I got my man All Access in the building. Dex, talk to the people. We live.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest in these streets. Shout out to the panel as it reaches its premium peak. Shout out to the chat and all of this cacophony spewing out of the cracks and crevices of Flight Sports Block. And big ups to everybody pulling up to Flight Sports TV to enjoy this evening as a lot of motion is being going on here in the wanings of Summer League. And hold up, pump your brakes. Don't get too anxious to get to this content. You know Flight Sports TV gonna give you the best content out there. We promise you an exuberant experience, but you gotta hit that like button. You gotta hit that subscribe button, and you gotta hit that notification bell so you won't miss one iota of an exuberant experience. And we want you to appreciate and ingratiate yourself with our personal invitation to a front row seat to this extravaganza flight. There's a whole lot going on, and it's going to be more as the days approaches, as you said earlier, with free agency. We have some news on the horizon that Wimby is to skip the FIBA to focus on his rookie season. So that's a good sign right there that he's going to forego, and this is being reported by Brian Windhorst. He's going to forego that, the international stuff and focus on his game in the 48. And he's going to be down there in the Southwest, in San Antonio, Texas, doing his doozy and be ready and prepare for Summer League. That's going to be crazy coming up. We all know Summer League starts in Sacramento, then it moves to Salt Lake City, and then everybody converge in Las Vegas. And that's the biggest of the biggest, the top flight of Summer League basketball. We know that reports that just came out about Damian Lillard, basically saying that he's not happy the way that the things went down as far as Portland in the third pick of the draft. So we'll be able to get into that and check and gauge the temperament of those who are vastly interested in that. We know the Memphis Grizzlies announced they have exercised their 2023 2024 team option on forward Xavier Tillman. Uh, Tillman is 24 average average career highs in points this year, which is 7, in rebounds per game, which is 5, in field goal percentage, which is 61, and that is good for Memphis last season. So we got the trade for John Collins going up to Utah, Salt Lake City, up there with the Mormons for Rudy Gay. That was reported by Adrian Wojnarowski. And listen, and a future second round pick, source told ESPN, Adrian Wojnarowski, Atlanta is largely unloading the remaining 3 years and 78 million on Collins' contract for some roster building flexibility and alignment with looming changes to the salary cap, as Flight alluded to earlier about the CBA. Also, Minnesota has on their center Nazi Reed. I believe Gemini has been prompting up Nazi Reed, but he has agreed on a new 3-year, $42 million contract that includes a player option. His agent told ESPN Adrian Wojnarowski. So those are some Wolves bombs that have been dropped, but there's more. Here's Go Flight and his New York Knicks. The New York Knicks, listen, June 24th, because we didn't report on it. I don't know how Flight missed it, but June 24th at 8:59 p.m. Eastern Time, the New York freaking Knicks and Josh Hart has agreed to extend the deadline for his 12.9 million player option until Thursday at midnight Eastern. So we got to see what's going on with that right there. Sources told ESPN Adrian Wojnarowski Hart was acquired by the Knicks in a trade with the Portland Trailblazers this past season and became a key rotational player. Rotational player, that sounds familiar. It sounds like something David Griffin would write. A key rotational player in the team's playoff push. The New York Knicks also, on the same day at 3:22 p.m., will not pick up the 15.6 million team option on veteran point guard Derrick Rose. According to multiple reports, Rose will now enter free agency and will be 35 at the start of 2023-2024 season. Rose played in just 27 games for the Knicks this past season and didn't make a single start. He averaged 5.6 points, 1.7 assists, and 1.5 rebounds per game. Also, the Los Angeles Clippers finally coming out speaking about the situation with Russell Westbrook. The Los Angeles Clipper president, Lawrence Frank, said the Clippers want Russell Westbrook back, but Westbrook understands has a right to choose as a free agent, which he is. Interesting. The Clippers can offer Westbrook only the 3.8 million non-bird exception. Westbrook has said he loves his time with the Clippers and playing alongside Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. but he will see what free agency offers as well. So it looks like Westbrook will be long gone from the Clippers. And
Dex.
last but not least, how long will Damian Lillard be with the Portland Trailblazers? If general manager Joe Corian has his say, it'll be for the rest of Lillard's career. There's nothing more than we want than for Damian Lillard to retire a Trailblazer and to put a winner around him. He told reporters during a post-draft news conference.
Dex. Can
Yes,
I
sir.
add two things?
Oh yeah. Go for it. I'm done.
Um, with the New York Knicks, you you did miss one thing. There was an addition to a Toppin brother that was added to the Knicks.
But
A
say that
brother,
again.
a Toppin brother was added to the Knicks.
A Toppin brother.
A Toppin brother was added to the Knicks. He
What's
went
a Toppin
undra-
brother?
A Toppin brother was added to the Knicks. He went undrafted.
You
He
talking
not
about
being
Obi
specific.
Toppin?
Obi Toppin's brother. Well, they
Okay,
picked
yeah,
up
that's
Obi
what we're trying to
Toppin's
figure
brother
out. Yeah,
because
yeah, we're
Obi
trying to figure out.
Toppin. It was some rumblings within the organization that Obi may wanted out. So it's looking
Yep,
like they're gonna slow all that down by bringing his brother on the team.
yep.
You see
Now
how
look
they
at
do
that.
with these brothers?
That's what I'm saying. Look at that. You see that, right?
Yeah,
You
it's
see that.
ridiculous.
I wanted him to get a little more specific. You know
And
what I'm
it's
saying?
Obi Toppin
Right.
getting this. He
So,
ain't did
so,
shit
so,
in New York. He ain't
right,
even he didn't even take Julius' spot yet.
right. So, Gemini, what I was trying to get you to do is to be more specific in what you're saying because you might understand what you're saying, but you got to understand you're talking to thousands of people. You follow what I'm
Understood.
saying? Yeah. So when you said a
Understood.
Toppin brother, that's why I kept saying, "What do you mean Toppin brother?" I wanted you to say Obi Toppin and then explain the situation like Flight just did. That's all I was
Understood. And
doing.
Shout out A1. I mean, you was
it
just on the panel. I don't know if you had technical difficulties, but salute the athletic one. We can't wait to hear from you.
la-
It's unbelievable.
and last thing, there was a little bit of drama in Portland because at first, Scoop Henderson did want the number 0, which is Dame number when he first got there,
Yep,
and
sure did.
that's how he wound up with 00,
Yep.
which was a big problem when he originally landed in Portland.
And isn't that interesting that
I
he
got to
wants
break
double
some
zero?
news.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
No,
that is crazy. But I want that this a report just came out that after the meeting with the general manager and Damian Lillard today, that the Blazers are committed to building the winner around Damian Lillard. This they met today, the general manager and Damian Lillard. So this shit is getting chaotic. You know, Damian Lillard just ain't come out and say. I mean, everybody else saying it. Dame saying, "Hey, I want to be in Portland." So I mean, it is what it is. We'll see.
Yeah, and go back to Gemini to what you were saying, Gemini. Why would this young man come in wanting zero? And you know Dame got it. Did they tell him that they was gonna move off of Dame?
no, he when he got there, he just stated he wanted 0, knowing actual factual that this is the franchise player's number. So he
He
came
should
there
not get that
with it
number,
on
even
his
when they trade Dame. They should
but
reject that.
but he came there with it on his mind. So
Yep. He
I
said that
I
too.
I don't get it that he came there with it on his mind.
Me neither.
That's the part I'm honestly not understanding.
That's probably why he's not a Hornet right now.
Yeah, he'll
This
never
is
get that number.
So, but
They
I,
they're
I'm
not gonna give it to him even when they trade Dame. He's still gonna
so
have that 00. He'll never have 0 in Portland because Damian Lillard's jersey gonna get retired. You know, in Portland. So there's no
yep,
way they giving him that number.
yeah,
Period.
yep,
but but to come there with that on his mind,
yep, yep.
that that
I
that,
agree.
that says a lot. That honestly says a lot about
That's
his
why he's not a
mindset.
Hornet. Yep. That's probably why he's not a Hornet.
So, but on to what flight original topic was earlier today about the the trade. It says a lot about this trade. I know within the chat, Hornet Hornet says that Utah won the trade. Actually, it's not that Utah won the trade. This this is just like the Washington. I'm sorry. Yes, the Washington, Boston, and Memphis trade earlier. I'm sorry. Early earlier this off season with Porzingis, Smart, and Jones. It's a similar trade, dumping salary. It's a similar trade, just that no one caught it. The NBA helped facilitate the trade, but no one caught that it was a salary dumping trade with Porzingis. This time, the NBA helped facilitate it even more because this is a $6 million salary against a $25 million salary. But with the $6 million salary, a second round trade went with it, and that's it. And that doesn't match.
What's your thoughts on this whole luxury tax situation? You see a lot of teams trying to make moves now, or even unload contracts due to the fact of this tax and the concerns of the second apron and things of that nature. As I'm looking into it, are you familiar what's going on with the collective bargaining agreement changes?
The with the new CBA, they're making it where it's only going to be a two team. I'm sorry, a two-player team.
Two max deals.
No, a two-star team. Every other player is going to be a mil, a point mil. I'm sorry, I'm not saying it right. A point a mil salary. No, a a, a mil. Dang, how that breakdown was a mil per 10 mil. I mean a mil
Well,
per per 10 points.
hold on. Shout out A1. How's everything good? Salute to my man A1 in the building. Just rolled in the chat. Hopefully his audio connection is straight. We can't wait to hear from you. But go ahead, Gemini. Go ahead, A1. You good? Yeah, it's looking like A1 is working on his audio. But Gemini, you was perfectly breaking down what's going on with the CBA. You talking about basically the teams. Well, this is in your opinion. You said basically it's going to be more of two stars, and then the way they fill out the team is not going to be the same as they're filling it out today.
Yes,
I know that they don't want the deck stacked and they don't want super teams. I believe this CBA is an attack on super teams. That's what a lot of people are saying. There's so many words, but you go ahead and keep going.
the way that they was break the way that they're breaking down the salary, they was on the way that they was honestly breaking down the salary is more like it's going to be like five 5 mil per 10 points. So you cannot have no more three stars on one team no more. no more trios, and every it is not the veteran minimum you can have across the board, but everybody's going to be younger. A veteran minimum across the board. No more trios, no more. All the owners will get max per their team. Small markets will damn near get what the bigger markets get. So everybody will have a good TV deal now. Everybody across the board. And that's with the new CBA, regardless on if the owners speak or not. So even if the owner gets on the TV and says one thing, it doesn't matter because the new CBA speaks for them now. Like how the Knicks owner would jump on the TV and says one thing but does another thing, that won't even matter no more because the CBA the way it's built, it it demolishes everything now.
So, how do you think the Phoenix Suns was able to pull off what they did because they made that move, in efforts to try to avoid the new CBA?
No,
Like, go
they
ahead.
didn't go. They didn't go against the new CBA because they did trades. With doing trades, they that they did the trade exceptions.
Right,
So they that's how they squeaked in. So if they would have signed in like Atlanta, prime example, Atlanta, with Atlanta signing their players, Atlanta messed up. Now, prime example, Atlanta really messed up because they traded for Murray. If Atlanta wouldn't have traded for Murray, and if they just would have kept Hunter and developed Hunter and wouldn't have traded for Murray, they could have kept
You talking about
Collins.
Huter? You talking about Huter?
No, Murray.
You talking about DeAndre Hunter?
Yeah.
You said
If they
don't they
would
still got Hunter?
they have Hunter, but they traded for
Oh, okay,
Murray.
okay, gotcha.
If they wouldn't have traded for Murray from San Antonio and they just would have developed Hunter and gave Hunter his contract, left Murray alone, they would have been able to keep Collins. But because they traded for Murray, that messed them up money wise. Because remember, before Murray, they traded for Capella. Remember? Because they got Capella from Houston. Remember?
I remember the move.
Okay. So when they did that, that was a part when they got Capella, that was a part of the old CBA. So with Capella being a part of the old CBA, they was with him being a part of the old CBA,
What the
they
old
he was
CBA is still in effect though. You got to keep that in mind. It
no,
hasn't
he was
it hasn't
no,
expired.
no. He was grandfathered in. Capella deal was grandfathered in.
I know, but you saying the old CBA, like the new CBA has kicked in. The new CBA hasn't
No, no,
kicked
no,
in yet.
no. No, he was grandfathered in under the old CBA, the one prior to. He was grandfathered in. So his deal didn't affect under this CBA that we're under now. Capella deal was grandfathered in. So it didn't
So
affect anything.
okay, but you know the CBA is every 7 years, right?
Yes, it was grandfathered in under the other CBA. Capella deal, it is grandfathered in. That's what I'm saying. It's grandfathered in. So Collins, Ca- Capella, um, I'm sorry, Capella, Collins, Hunter, Trey was all good. Then when you got Murray, you have to move somebody for the new CBA. Because the new CBA, that's why they was trying to dump somebody. Because think about it, they've been trying to dump his contract for actually um 2 seasons.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, all right. So where are we going with this? Because
They
I'm kind of confused.
they've been trying to dump his contract for 2 seasons.
Trying to jump whose contract?
Collins. They've been trying to
Oh,
dump his contract for two
okay.
seasons.
Yeah, yeah. They've been trying to get rid of him. I agree.
So
They were trying to get rid of Collins prior to Nate McMillan being hired as coach. When Coach Floyd Pierce, was it Floyd Pierce? Was that his name? Coach Floyd.
yes,
They was trying to get rid of Collins because him and Trey Young wasn't getting along. So what they did was, instead of getting rid of Collins and separating the two young stars, they fired Coach Floyd.
but the only one that was holding, but the only one that was really holding up the new CBA was Chris Paul.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that Collins
Hmm?
is gone now, right? Collins is gone. He's up in Utah, right?
He's
So
up. He's up in Utah now.
and then they got Rudy Gay to take his place. So what I want you to elaborate on, if you can, do
Hmm?
that give do that give Onyeke more minutes on the court? Big O, do that give him more minutes on the court, or they're looking to move him as well? Because he's got to come up and get paid as well. Because him and Lamelo is on the same timeline of getting their extension. So do they pay Onyeke on Kunwu, or they looking to package him up with something and just let Rudy Gay play out the season with Murray and Young and company?
Can we finish the thought with Utah first? Cause and the only reason
Oh,
why I
I thought we
said
was
that,
done with that.
no, that
Oh,
the only reason why we're not done, because pe- people people think Utah won, and the only reason why they think Utah won, they're under the misconception that Markington is actually done with his military time. People are under the misconception that he's done with his military time. He may still be serving in his military time. And if he's not done with his military time, Collins falls right into the starting role.
well, are you going to put Collins on the bench in Utah?
If Markington is done with his military time, yes, he goes to the bench, and he is the perfect backup, because you would not start um what is that doggone boy name? Um
What position?
um Power forward.
Olenek?
Olenek. You would not um put him a backup over Collins.
Mm. That's interesting. That's interesting to see how the Mormons gonna do it up there because
No,
I think Collins is a better player than Kelly.
I
I,
like
I
that team up there. Don't sleep on my other man. Who's the guard? Clarkson. Clarkson has turned into a good player. I thought they was gonna trade him, but they held on to him. They got marketing, so Utah's not as bad as I think they could have possibly competed for the play, and I think they started to tank towards the end. I think they got off a little too good. Maybe more than the organization would have liked. Because the pace they was on, they should have made the playoffs. They tailed off at the end. I don't know if y'all remember.
Yeah, it looked like that was by design, but nevertheless, they did.
no,
They did.
there was force feeding Kessler, and that's why they started plummeting. With
That's what I said.
force
It looked
feed,
like it was by design.
yeah, with force feeding Kessler, that that's what made them bottom out. They they they
Yeah, the
they
rookie. He was a rookie. Yeah,
they, they overfed him because actually he was not supposed to be the center. They was the starter. It was supposed to be the other rookie, the the Nigerian, the oh Lord, I'm
I don't
sorry,
even know who he is.
I don't know the Utah team offhand, but it was supposed to be the Nigerian. That was supposed to be their starter, but
Well, even
it,
even though
it
that was the case, Utah
mhm.
wanted to plummet. I don't think Utah wanted to make the playoff. Now I don't know
No,
the dynamics behind their picks or who they was going to give picks to, but I think it was something to do with that. So that's why they tailed off in the end. So maybe this year they probably go full fledged and go all out to try to get into the playoff.
no, Danny Ainge did it to Danny Ainge whole thing was to do the same thing he did with Boston, was to pocket picks when he got to Utah. His
Okay.
whole rebuilding scheme
Uh-huh.
was to do the same thing he did with Boston, was to load up picks. So he did the same game plan,
Yeah.
and he did it
Process.
quicker. Yeah, he did it quicker with the Jazz than he did with Boston. He did it in actually 2 months because he had two All Stars. Now he can get picks for Kelly, some more picks for Kelly, and because right now he has like 14 players right now, and that's not even including the draft picks that he just picked up. I mean, he can actually put people in the G League and watch them develop and still be good with a team. So I mean that's actually good. And you still have Dwayne Wade that is actually a Hall of Famer that the players could still lean on. And you have a young owner. And I'll leave you with that on that subject.
I'm still not sold on the Utah Jazz. I think they're a team that's going to be scratching and clawing to get in the play-in. I like what was made though. That they finally got what's the name up out of there, Collins out of Atlanta. I don't know why they gave him all that money and then wanted a refund, but it is what it is. They do that a lot in the league. So what we know what's
It's
going on with
easier to
Utah.
trade. It's easier to trade that way, like because he's already signed.
You're
So
right.
you know, what I'm saying, yeah, he's already binded. So if he only had like a 1 year deal, that's more difficult to try to get teams to come after him or
Right.
even accept him because now he has to agree to be trade. I mean, to agree to sign with that new team. So it's
Right.
always good to sign your players, get them locked in, and then you have to do what you will.
Right.
Nah,
But it
but he a
seemed like right
beast
after
though.
they signed them, they started talking about moving. It was like one motion.
No, they was talking about moving him prior to signing it
Mm.
because they was
They,
talking about moving Collins when
They beat the Knicks
uh
that year. That was
Floyd
the year he
Pierce,
got the contract after they beat the Knicks, I think.
yeah, with Floyd Pierce because once they went on a run when they fired Pierce and
They did
hired
him dirty.
McMillan, they went on a run, right? Remember they went on that run, and that's when they said, you know what, these two can play together. Talking about Trey Young and John Collins, and so they
Well,
gave him his money.
but they were that was actually the year they got Capella because they was actually talking about trading him for a big man. They didn't think that they was gonna get a big man, but then they wound up getting Capella. So they at that point when they got Capella, they didn't they at that point they got Capella for a song actually.
But it wouldn't matter if they got Capella or not. John Collins was on the out because he wasn't seeing eye to eye with the organization as far as the organization's interest in moving forward as Trey Young being not only the face of the franchise, but being being able to control shot selection throughout a game. And John Collins had a problem with that. That Trey Young, he felt Trey Young was taking too many shots and taking too many bad shots when he felt he had a lot of mismatch to his advantage down low, and it cost Atlanta Hawk games. And then once Nate McMillan came on, he straightened that a little bit, if you can recall. He straightened that a little bit, and the Atlanta Hawks went on like a 10-game win streak or something to that nature under Nate McMillan. And end up in the playoffs and won their first round game against the New York Knicks.
I, then I don't see why they gave him a 100 mil. I don't
Yeah,
see why they
they
signed him for a
signed him.
hundred mil now.
They signed him so they can hold that over his head. So when they want to move him, they can move him. Like if any deal came through that they that appeased them and was feasible for the team, they moved off of John Collins. They couldn't wait to move off of him. But as long as he was signed, it's easier for them to move off of him than if he wasn't signed. And in purgatory as far as where he want to play, who he want to play with. You know how these players get. So a lot of teams and organizations don't want to deal with that. So they say sign the guy, and just wait for an opportunity to move the guy.
Hell, Miami had that. They could have traded him to Miami. Then they could have traded him to Boston.
But
Hell,
maybe those,
they could have traded him to Philly.
but maybe those teams didn't want him. It got to be a two-way agreement. You know, because like, look, I know John Collins from the Drew League. When he's in the Drew Leagues playing, he's a mild mannered dude. I don't see him talking to a lot of people. He just get out there and play basketball and do his thing. He don't try to just go all out, but I guess he played in the Drew League to stay in shape. He might be in the Drew League as I speak. Um, so it's hard to for me, my optics of him to see that
Hmm.
he's a bad character. But Atlanta is painting him as a bad character. Like he just don't want to be coachable within the framework of the Atlanta Hawks scheme. And Snyder's not going to take that. Snyder's not taking that for the least bit because Snyder done
Okay.
coach superstars. And so if you want to be out with Snyder, then Snyder gonna make you out with the organization. He's gonna put you somewhere. And then Snyder still have relationships with Utah. So what I'm saying? You know how that goes.
I mean, I dig it. I mean, I dig it. So, all right. So now you say Atlanta. Um, I'm pulling up Atlanta right now because
Uh-huh.
I I don't want to misspeak. So I'm pulling up Atlanta
Yeah.
right now. So I
What
can
I'm
be on the
saying
same
for the
page.
record, Gemini, is that
Uh huh.
Atlanta been wanting to move off of Collins for a minute
No, 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 no,
now.
no. You had asked a question about a player on Atlanta, and I didn't want to misspeak.
Onyeke Okungwu. He's like the
Uh,
backup power forward center. So John Collins was getting his minutes. Like when John Collins was hurt, remember John
uh,
Collins was hurt for like about like 20 games,
right, right, right,
and
right, right.
Onyeke was getting those minutes. He was getting that start, and he was averaging like 10 points, 7 rebounds, or something like that during in John Collins' absence.
Yeah. 240 pounds. Yeah. The you said you said you
USC,
you
USC.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm, with this new CBA, I don't know.
But you don't have to worry about the new CBA until after the season. That's when the new see see the CBA. Okay, first of all, the CBA is basically a bargaining tool for both players and owners, right? They both have their
Mm-hmm.
unions, players union and the owners, the governors, or they would call them the governors now. I call them the
Mm-hmm.
oligarchs, but the governors. And so the current
Odegaard is
CBA,
right.
yeah, the current CBA well, not this one, but the new one that will come up will expire in 2030, 7 years from now, because they go in 7 year increments. But the CBA they under right now is still valid and active. And this CBA, which will be the current CBA, expires in 2023, 2024 season. So they still so everybody is juggling right now before January, right? Because I think March of 2024 is when the new CBA kicks in. But keep in mind, Stream, that the CBA has yet to be amended. They they still in the negotiation stage of this CBA. So they kept remember they were supposed to ratify it. Um, what was that in December, right? December last year. Remember they were
They
supposed
just
to
said
ratify
something
it.
about July 7th though. They just said something about July 7th. They just said
Right. Okay.
something about
Yeah. So what
uh-huh.
happened was they were supposed to ratify it in December. They pushed it on. They pushed it on, and then I think it came back up again in March. Was it in March?
Yeah.
And then they pushed it off again until maybe well you saying right now July 7th, because they keep pushing it forward. They keep kicking the can down the road because it must be something really vicious in that in the CBA that maybe the players or the owners, I don't know what side because there's no information out on that, have a big issue with something, and this is preventing it from being ratified because it should have been ratified in December, to be honest with you. And then it rolls throughout that year, and then at the end of this season, it will kick in March 30th. That's when the new CBA that we all been preferring to now will kick in. Supposed to be March 30th. And then the next CBA will convene, and that will convene in March 2030. 7 years. That would be 7 years. Yeah, 2030 would be 7 years. So that's how that goes down. But now, like I said, they have to be careful because if I'm not mistaken, after it was extended, oh, I said the 22nd to 15th. After it was extended from the 15th, pushback from both sides' ability to opt out of the current deal on January 30th and risk the possibility of a lockout. So it's actually January 30th unless they push it to July 7th that I'm not familiar with. But according to right now as it stands, June 30th is the deadline where both sides have to reach a deal. And if they don't reach a deal on June 30th, I don't know if they will kick it up the road some more. It could be a possible lockout because that's what lockout comes from when the CBA could not be ratified when negotiations cannot be
And
met.
I think that's why his deal had to be done. I think that's why Reed deal had to be done. Actually, I think that's why Reed deal had to be done. Yeah. I think that's why Reed deal exactly had to be done.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because
So,
Reed wouldn't have qualified for the $2 million kicker.
uh-huh.
Because he did qualify for at least 12 mil, but he wouldn't have qualified for 14 mil.
So
And
this is
it's
probably why we getting a lot of look like uneven trades. You know what I'm saying? And it's
yeah,
weird how the CBA goes because if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the stream. I think the CBA goes 6 years of labor, straight yet labor, no talks. And then on that seventh year,
it's
that's where
negotiation.
negotiation. Yeah, for that full year, they give them a full year of a negotiation. So you got 6 years of labor, 1 year of negotiations equals 7 years for the CBA. I do know it's 7 years for the CBA, but I think it's 6 years of straight labor, no talking, and then that seventh year, that's like the Sabbath for the CBA. You know what I'm saying? And that's where they do the both sides, both unions come together and vote.
Yeah, but that's why, like, right now, with with, with the way that they're doing this, this is um the with the way that they're doing this, the only team that is really set up and comfortable right now, to really be honest, across the board, is actually the Thunder. They have nothing to worry about across the board, and they're the
So,
safest team built for the future.
uh huh,
And that is so funny. They're the safest team built for the future across the board.
uh
With
huh.
this draft and the way that they're set up, salary wise, draft picks, everything across the board, stars, everything, salary, everything.
So this is why I think teams are moving the way they're moving, and it seems kind of odd because we're in that floating year of the CBA where the negotiations are active and teams are trying to position themselves before the expiration date and the new CBA kicks in to be enforced, and they don't want to get caught off guard and operating behind the eight ball.
No, I mean I get it. Just that that like with the Bazingas trade, and um me and No Panic kind of was going head to head, and I was like, bruh, there is no way that with the better player you get a number one draft pick with the better player. This, this is like the same thing. You the With the lower player, you get a number two draft pick.
You do realize they just give away John Collins, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what we
you
was
you
basically
know
talking
all
about.
they
Yeah.
get back was a second round pick and Rudy Gay, who damn near need to retire. So you when
No,
you look,
but hold on. That once again, you just made the same argument.
mm,
With Rudy Gay
mm,
came a number two second round. I mean a second round draft pick with Rudy Gay.
Mm-hmm.
John Collins with Rudy Gay should they came a first round draft pick, but it was a second round.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same, but the same thing happened with Porzingis.
What I'm trying to tell you this right here. Contracts contracts can either lift your value or take down your value. If you John Collins, any other if John Collins, let's say John Collins been on a favorable contract and he going to market right now, he would get way more than a Rudy Gay and a second round pick. But the fact that he got $78 million left on a 3-year contract, and the team he with been trying to move for the past 2 years to try to bring some people in there, but they've been asking too much to this year with $78 million left over, they just give him away. You ain't trying to think in your mind. You ain't thinking like, well, damn, why would you just give him away? Why not get depth with him? Because he's a good player. He just ain't playing up this contract with the team he on.
That's not what I said. But
No,
that's
I'm
not what I
asking you like,
said.
why did they just give him away?
That's that's not what I articulated, and that's not what I
No, no,
said.
that's my question to you. Why are they just giving them away?
Because they do not want to get caught by the CBA. That's why it's a salary dump. It is a salary dump.
Okay.
It is actually not even about him. It is a salary dump.
Yeah, but that's why I'm trying to break down to you. When you trying to do a salary dump, sometimes you got to give the other team incentive,
You're
whether
not
that's
even pointing out that
no,
it's a
hold on,
salary
hold on.
dump.
Let me finish this point real quick. Either you got to give the other team something like with Jordan Poole, they had to give a first round pick with the salary dump because the other team will look at it like, why are we giving you X, Y, and Z for a player that didn't live up to the contract that y'all
Wait,
give them, and that's a
stop.
hundred
They're
million.
giving a
No, hold
second
on.
round pick.
I know. I'm trying to tell you, a second round pick and Rudy Gay is pretty much what they that's the incentive they got to take on. They giving away Rudy Gay and only a second round pick. Think about it. They willing to take on the salary and and eat the $78 million because in their mind is like, well, we ain't spending the money nowhere else anyway. Well, we'll kick the
No,
tires
no,
on this
no,
player.
no, 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 no panic. No, no, stop, stop. Please, stay. Please stop. Okay. First of all, Danny Ainge.
I hear when y'all be saying stop like that.
No,
Like I
no,
like
no,
somebody
no,
supposed to
no,
just stop
stop, stop.
talking.
No, 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 stop, stop, stop. Please stop. Danny Ainge.
Oh
No,
boy, here we
stop,
go.
Like
stop, stop. No,
Dick,
stop.
listen, am
Please,
I going to
please
stop
stop.
talking? Like,
No, please
I don't
stop,
get that.
stop,
Like,
stop. No,
that shit
please
sound
stop.
crazy.
Stop, stop.
I
No,
supposed to
no,
stop when you saying
no,
stop.
please stop,
Just say
stop.
let you.
No,
Just say
because I'm
let
going
me
to
Can
point it
finish.
can
out to
can
you.
listen? Can
Please
you go?
stop.
Can you guys when y'all come on the stream? When y'all
Please,
come on the stream,
I'm
I'm talking about
talking.
Gemini and no panic. Can we
Mm,
get some equanimity? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with having equanimity amongst you two? Not enmity, but equanimity,
mm.
where where calmer heads prevail. Because it seemed like you guys kind of chop at each other a little bit. You know what I mean? Like any little thing, you guys going to chop at each other. When both of y'all come up with good content, we might not agree, but it's still good content. So can we kill the civil war?
I'm he okay. You when you when you are pointing out a point, okay? Honestly, when you're pointing out a point, but then you are not being truthful on that point, because Danny Ainge did something this past season that no executive did in one summer with two All Stars. He did it with Rudy Gay and Spider. He traded both of them this past offseason and got hella first round draft picks. Hella first round draft picks. Now, this offseason, the very next offseason, he he had the ability to get Collins from Atlanta, right? Because he disacquired him from Atlanta for Ruti Gay. He sent a second round with Ruti Gay to Atlanta. No panic. Just stated that Collins is worth a first round pick and should send a first round pick. But he sent a second round pick. But he just said
Wait, Gemini.
he
Gemini. Did, 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 did,
mm-hmm.
did John Collins make an all-star? Have John Collins made an all-star?
No, it did not, sir.
So why should they get a first-round pick?
Number wise.
Yeah, y'all like that video. Come on, let's like up the stream. Let's get 40
No,
likes up in here.
honestly, number wise, he falls short in the fan base only, but number wise, he does make the numbers. Honestly, fan base wise, he falls short. Number wise, the numbers does justify. Um, actually, didn't he make one All-Star game? I could have sworn he made one.
Did he make the one in Atlanta? The all-star in Atlanta?
Yeah, he made
With Trey
one.
Young?
Yeah, he made
Okay.
one.
So if he made one, then he's justified to get a first-round pick.
Yeah, he
Because I
made
think he
one.
made that one in Atlanta. Him and Trey Young
He
made
made
it
one.
together.
He made one.
Yeah, I just thought about it. Yeah.
He made one. One.
Yeah, yeah, the one him and Trey Young made it together.
Yeah, he made one. He made one.
So then he's justified to get a first-round pick. But
So
with no, okay, hold on one second.
He
Let's
don't
go.
never
'Cause-
answer direct question. That's why I ain't even got nothing to say on it. Like, brother
yeah,
ain't
because
gonna
we
answer
kind of
direct
we
question.
dragged that out. So what you think about it, No Pattern? What do John Collins bring to Utah?
I mean, said I don't know what he brings, to be honest. I mean, said when he been in Atlanta, he had a good season, like good few first seasons. But I mean, when they start bringing all these different players in and his role changed, I mean, his production going down. He's still been rebounding. He's still been shooting like around the same percentage from the field. But I mean, shit, his impact ain't been worth his contract. But he a good player as far as if you got a winning team and you just need like a piece of something to like fill in a certain role. Like he can fill in a good role. It's just with Atlanta, he just ain't been moving the needle for them, like for the money that they've been giving him. But if you put him on a team like, well, I won't say the Heat because the Heat need more scoring than anything. But you put him on the Lakers, a nice player with size that can move on the court, that can play maybe 2 through 4, 2 through 4, and 2 through 5. Like, I mean, said he a decent piece, but I mean, the team he going to, I don't think he gonna change what they got going on. I think if they have a bad season and they want to think about rebuilding, he fit the age and timeline to be a young veteran, quote unquote. And if they
But
trying to win, it's like he a good piece for winning too. So I mean, shit,
but he's
he'll.
going. But he's 25 years old. He's 6'9",
Mm-hmm.
right? With a 6'11" wingspan. He was a first-round pick in 2017. He was picked in the Lonzo Ball draft. Remember, he was one of those
Mm-hmm.
guys picked in Lonzo Ball's draft. He was picked outside of the lottery, right outside of the lottery. But he's going to his birth state, Utah. Do you think that have something to do with why him getting Rudy Gay? Maybe that's where he want to go. He want to go back to his birth state, which is Utah.
I mean, shit, I'm pretty sure that sounds good to him, but I mean, I don't think he in a position to where, the team, he can kind of force the team to go a certain direction. I just think that's the only offer that put on the table. Like, teams probably not want to take on $78 million. So it's like, okay, what team can we find that A, got the cap room to stomach this, B, got some sort of asset that they can put with it, and shit.
Your mic went out. No panic. It just suddenly went out.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, shit. They got they got the space for him. They got the draft pick to give up for him. They ain't had to give up a first round pick. Now they get to kick the tires on a 25-year-old player that's 6'9", 6'10", with an all-star under his belt. That a lot of teams may feel like he just been being held down by the role he been playing, the culture change, playing with Trey Young. That could any big man playing with Trey Young gonna suffer defensively because they gotta do that much more defensively. So it's like, I mean, it's a good trade for both teams. You dump salary on one end and on the other end, shit. You get to kick the tires on the young player that may be something in the next few years. Like we just like look at your boy who come from Chicago over to Utah. What a white boy name was? Yeah, play even all marketing. Like shit, sometimes it
Laurie.
changes scenery might work. So I mean, to me, it's an even trade based on the salary versus what they get back for. They essentially trading for a second round pick. So
Yeah. But I mean, I know he was born in Utah. I think he played in the ACC. The ACC. What would you play with?
yeah, I didn't know too much about John Collins until he been
Yeah,
with
he was
Atlanta a few
good in
years ago.
college. What was that team he played for? It was in North Carolina.
Well, I know him in Duke. I know him in
No,
NC
no, it was
State.
the other. What's the other state? No, no,
NC
no.
State.
It was no, wasn't the red team. What's the other team in North Carolina?
Um,
Wake Forest.
Wait for. All right, right.
Yeah, Wake Forest. Yeah, Wake Forest in North Carolina. Yeah, he played at Wake Forest. So, he's been moved around. Grew up in Florida. Played at Wake Forest. Born in Utah. So it played in Atlanta. So the man's been moved around.
Yeah, and
So
they ain't
now he's
necessarily
back
like he
in
had a
Utah.
bad season this year, nothing like that. He just ain't been playing up to that contract.
And plus, yeah, he didn't make an All Star. Yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Ill. Yeah, he didn't make an All Star. You're right. I thought he made it with Trey Young when they had the All Star in Atlanta, but no, he didn't. He didn't make it. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I think Utah they're doing the right thing. Like shit, they're getting rid of these older players. They and they mind hope they don't do the same thing. On the Knicks doing, which is overachieve a certain year and then thinking they building on something when it's like y'all been a 10 seed at the end of the day. Like you ain't like
What team you referring to?
I'm talking about Utah.
Man, you know what
Oh,
Utah doing? I've been figured out Utah play, Dex. Not to cut you off, no panic. This is what they doing. They taking a lot of six players, 6-man players, right? We all know if they playing on the teams that they playing on, right, they'll never, how would I say, they'll never show their true potential. Once they get to Utah, they it's fair games. Like you can see they basically in Utah, you bring your trade value up. All Danny Ainge want is picks. So now he gave him a second round pick, right? So if he go over there and he perform, he could get a first round pick for a team that's pushing the playoffs during the All-Star game. That's all they did the last time, unloaded all the
Yeah,
players.
pretty much. That's
Yeah,
why I say they pretty much give them away.
yeah, the like they not
but
trying to
that's
be,
what Gemini was saying. Gemini was saying something to that nature.
yeah, they
No,
not
what
trying to,
Gemini been saying is this right here. He been saying that usually when the better player comes, the team with the weaker
No, I'm
hands, they
talking.
give
No,
up a
I'm
first
not
round
talking
pick.
about that argument. Earlier, he was espousing on what Sky is kind of pointing out how Danny Ainge accrue picks. You know what I'm saying? He do those type of moves so he can get picks and then build from that.
exactly.
He
I
expounded,
mean,
he
shit, that
elaborated on it better than I did. But
But
Gemini, he was on to something, and Sky
but
agreed.
yeah, but like I was saying, Dex, and what he do is we all know they not trying to build that team around Margaret. They ain't trying to build that team around nobody on that roster. So basically, it's fair games. Like it's fair game. Like right now, y'all know I ain't lying. He probably could get a first
Wait,
round.
Scott. Wait, Scott. No. They made marketing an all-star because marketing has been a journeyman.
That's what I'm
He's
trying to
been
tell you. That I'm
no,
you
but
saying what I'm saying. They
they've
not trying to build around marketing.
no, they made marketing. Marketing
That's what
has
I'm
been a
saying.
pull. No, they built him. They built him.
Man,
They made him an all-star.
that's
They
what I'm
made,
trying to. That's
but you
what I'm
said
trying.
they're not trying to build around him. They made him.
That's what I'm
They
trying.
are building
Man,
around
you
him.
ain't getting no. They not, man. They ain't trying to build around him. That man waiting for a whole piece. That's what I'm saying. If the right person come through there, marketing spot could get jacked. He is not gonna be the franchise player no more. They not like building around like they building around him because he the best thing that they got to build around. But once they get where they need to be, and they not building around him. Like
Yeah.
you could tell based off the picks. I mean, the type of players they taking. Like they ain't looking to win. You thinking Utah looking to win last year? Think about it. Them people was making a playoff run last year. A playoff, not play in, a playoff run. They unloaded their whole team. Who does that?
Well, I mean, they
Man, listen to
force
what I just
fed
told you.
Kessler.
Listen to what I just told you. The people was in the playoff race, not the play in. They unloaded down there their whole roster.
Well, I mean, Markman was about to go. He was about to leave anyway because he had military service that he had to leave. He was gone anyway. He was about to leave during the playoffs anyway.
That's what I'm
He
trying to
had to leave.
look at. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So how could you build around somebody that you don't know if they're gonna play or not? He's been a journeyman. He's not a good. Well, I'm not gonna say he's not a good player. Every team he went to, he didn't fit in.
No, no,
Think
Chicago. No, Chicago didn't want
I
to
wouldn't even
use
call him
him.
a journeyman.
No, Chicago didn't know how to use him. Cleveland didn't want to use him.
what I just
That,
said. He didn't fit in. It don't have nothing to do with. It don't have nothing to do with he couldn't play. He didn't fit into whatever scheme they was trying to put a play. Well, and that's basically what you saying. They ain't know how to use them. So if they don't know how to use them, that means he don't fit their system the way he play.
nah. That was lazy coaching. No, that was lazy coaching, bro. That dude been a dog. That dude been playing the same way he been playing overseas the whole time, bro.
Hell
That dude
no.
been a dog. That
Who,
dude
No,
been a
marketing?
dog. Yeah, that
Marketing?
dude been a dog. That
Man,
dude been a
marketing
dog.
going. He
That
going
dude,
He
overseas
that
didn't
though.
play
dude,
Some of the
overseas.
that dude
When
listen.
did
been
he play
that dude
overseas?
He talking about now when they play over the summer.
that, that
Oh,
dude been playing the same way the whole time,
man. The
bro.
point
No,
I'm
no.
getting at.
If you watch marketing ain't always been like this. Marketing more aggressive last year. Like years before, he been this
Exactly.
finesse player that want
All
to shoot.
jumping, shooting jumpers, a
Yeah,
big
he been
old
way
guy.
different this year.
Man, that dude been playing the same way, bro.
If he been playing the
No,
same way,
no,
Bulls
no,
would have
no,
never
no.
got rid
The
of him.
point I'm
Bulls
getting
had
at,
no incentive to get rid of him.
the point I'm getting at is, I'm not saying the dude can't play or the dude trash. What I'm saying, all the teams he been on, they never try to invest into him. Like certain players, they'll wait
Say
till they
that then.
develop. But
Say that then.
that's what I'm saying. They ain't fit their scheme. This what I'm gonna say. When you come up with a scheme, whether the scheme a good scheme or a bad scheme, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
don't play to what they want you to do, it's bad. It fall on the player. It don't fall on the coaching.
Hmm?
We the point I'm getting at is we all know the coaching could be bad, right? But it fall on the player because the player got to do what the coach say do. Even though us as fans gonna look at it and be like, man, that's bad coaching.
Mhm.
I
If
nah. That I disagree with. Cause Kerr was a bull, and the Bulls didn't use him right. Kerr,
Who
Kerr, Kerr.
that's to your standards. That's what I'm saying. They ain't use them right.
No,
When you
no.
when you get
Kerr.
drafted, this is what I'm saying. When you get drafted to an organization, right,
Mm-hmm.
as a player, right, they
Mm-hmm.
got a vision, right? The player don't have a
Mm-hmm.
vision, so
Mm-hmm.
they determine if you had a ball in your hand,
Mm-hmm.
where you might be good at having a ball in your hand, and if
Mm-hmm.
you play off the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's say you play off the ball, that's what they want you to do, right? So they controlling your situation. Everybody, everybody not a go. Everybody don't is not a go getting a bucket person. So they have some people need the ball in their hand, and they got some people that's just shooters. But if you need the ball in your hand and score, that's like me saying Ja Morant. Ja Morant ain't gonna fit as the shooter.
It's
He
like
need the
putting
ball
John
in his
Morant
hand.
in Steph Curry role. Like, John ain't coming off screens and popping shit. Like, it wouldn't make sense for this scheme for John Morant to build the Warriors in their system.
That's the
There's no way
point
for
I'm
him to fit.
getting at. Exactly. So you can't blame the player. Well, you could blame you can't blame the coaching because that's what they want. I mean, they looking for somebody like Steph Curry. Oh, we drafted him. We thought he could develop into this type of player, but he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So we going another route. It has nothing to do. And then you got to look at it from this point too. The team Utah had, he was able to do what he do because they was just playing basketball. Them dudes was playing off skills, man, together. Like it wasn't no, oh man, we LeBron on the game, or Ja Morant in the game. Like you know who the player going, who the ball going through. It wasn't none of that, man. Them dudes just went there and balled out.
Yeah. And nobody playing on the 82 game schedule. Nobody playing on Utah. Like it's like that's a break game for them. So Utah ain't
Exactly.
getting everybody best most of the season.
Utah snuck up on teams last year, man.
Yeah.
Think about it. Then when he seen what they could be, he know that was gonna mess up what he trying to do. Man, that boy went to unloading people, man. Oh man, you go over here, you go over here, you go over here. Man, I never seen in NBA history a winning team.
I know Lakers is happy about it.
They trade down there the whole team, man. No indeed, man. For bum players, man. Come on, man. They took that boy Tucker. Man, come on, man.
Man, Tucker was average at best. Why
You
do y'all
can't
think
even
Tucker was
tell me what Tucker
good?
do.
Tucker was average at best.
But the point I'm getting at is how you unload the players you had that was winning for a player like that.
Tucker was not winning for the Lakers. He was average at best, bruh.
No, I'm not. I'm not
Utah.
talking about the Lakers. I'm talking about the Utah Jazz players going over there for, and you return and get a player like that.
Yeah, they give up Conley, like
man,
Conley
on,
in
man.
a steady hands though.
Yeah, man, come on, man. They did that, man.
No,
that was
Tucker is with the Jazz now.
No, what he's saying is the Jazz, but
you don't get what
they've
I'm
been in
saying.
playoff mode. They've been winning, and they unload players. Like no team usually who winning, who getting a player in a playoff spot and actually making it there. They don't unload talent in the middle of the season like that for no other reason other than they ain't had no plans on being good because they want their draft picks to be high.
Exactly. What they do, they try to. Where Utah was, they try to get players at the All-Star break. They don't unload the players and they winning. That normally work for teams that's tanking.
And like
let's get
Sky
off
said,
this
like
salary.
all they're gonna do is they're gonna flip John Collins, make him look like an all-star.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. And they're gonna get for that second round pick, they're gonna get a first round pick from somebody that's in playoff contention. That's how they
had
do it.
You had to send a contract their way, so that was Rudy Gay. They had to get a roster spot open up for him and everything. So
exactly.
They know what they're doing. Like we looking at the trades, like it don't make sense. It do make sense. It don't make sense. But these GMs, they understand these shit.
They
investing for next season or 2 seasons from now.
They had the bulk of their trades when they traded Rudy Gay. I mean, when they traded Spider and
just think about it. Just think about what you're saying.
Gobert.
You think Rudy Gay gonna get some play time over there?
Yeah.
Rudy may not even make the roster.
What I'm saying is, do you really think he's going to be a factor? You got to understand, you talk about a team that was in the playoff last year, go make a trade for Rudy Gay.
Atlanta actually had bare minimum at power forward now.
The point I'm getting at,
they only have one decent power forward now.
The point I'm getting
and that's what me and Dex was talking about.
But that's why this was the trade. They got to clear out money to build a team. They got to build a roster. So they're clearing out money.
The point I'm getting at is, let's say they didn't have to give no pick or nothing, right? Based off of John Collins playing now, would you take that trade? You the GM? Would you trade John Collins for Rudy Gay at the age he is?
Who's
I
getting
wouldn't
Rudy
make the
Gay?
trade for Murray.
No,
What,
Atlanta.
what,
No, what I'm saying
no,
is,
no. I'm asking what GM? What GM? I'm the GM that's getting
Atlanta.
Rudy Gay.
You Atlanta GM. Let's say no cap. What I'm saying, no, your cap ain't in trouble. None of that. Would
No,
you make that trade?
no.
Wait. Hold on,
Even
Sky.
if they throw in that second round pick, I ain't making that
Hold
trade.
on. Hold on, Sky.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hold on, Sky. Hold on, Sky. I have one question for you. Just one. And then I could properly answer your question. I don't have Murray on my team, right? No
Right.
Murray on my team, right?
Yeah. No Murray.
I
You
don't
talking
even need to
DeJounte
make the
Murray?
trade. I don't even need to make the trade. Because that's the reason why I need to make the trade. Because Murray is on my team.
But I'm saying that.
No, Murray don't move. What he's asking us right now, if
Yeah.
you're the Atlanta Hawks and you got John Collins, are you making that trade for Rudy get straight up? Yes or no? Are you making that trade
Is
without no
if
tax income
I a-
complications? None of that.
I asked the question if Murray is not on my team,
But why wouldn't he be on the team if you're on the team now?
if Murray is not on my team, because that is the reason why they need to make the trade. That is the ultimate reason why Atlanta need to make the trade.
You
That
talking
is
about money wise?
money wise. That is why they need
But
to
I'm
make the
saying,
trade.
but the point I'm getting at is that's not what we know why they made the trade. But what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying
But
is
they've been
we
trying to
all
dump
know.
John
Uh,
Collins for a minute though. This
That
is not
is
new
why
news.
that
but,
is why they need to make the trade because of the Murray trade.
But
If
okay,
but what I
Murray
listen.
is not on the team,
Okay,
they
the
don't
point
listen.
need to make that
The first
trade.
thing is we can't do nothing about Murray being on the team now because he's on the team right now. Second, he said without thinking about salary, get that out the way.
exactly.
Would you trade this player for that player? Yes or no?
No, no.
Okay.
And that's the point I'm getting. Who taking talent that's gonna hurt them? That's what the whole point. What I was getting them.
Uh-huh.
It's not about the point I'm getting at. Is it's not about the play. It's about the pick. He'll
Atlanta
be lucky,
sent the pick.
man. He'll be lucky if he get on the floor. Rudy Gay.
No, right now with Atlanta roster, with the roster that Atlanta has right now, Gay will get on the floor. He will get on the floor.
I wouldn't be surprised if Rudy Gay get bought out, dog.
Hey, listen, that's why I'm trying to see. I don't even see him on
No,
a roster.
he will get on the floor. He will
Man,
get on the
listen. If
floor.
he get on the floor,
Dog, he don't fit nothing.
that mean
He
they
don't fit,
roster shitty and he getting about 5 minutes a game.
They
and
roster
not.
is shitty.
But the point I'm getting at is they don't have them people.
They need a power forward.
When they made that move, they made that move. Man, when them people made that move, they made that move to go young, man. You can't see that.
Yeah, free agency coming up. They ain't passed by yet.
Yeah,
Teams are
man, they made that move
positioning
to go
themselves
young,
to get
man.
in on some of these buyouts, some of these players that going to be
Do
released.
you
The
know
buyout
every
market later on the year,
team?
like
Do you know every team Rudy Gay has went to? Every team has said that same statement. Every team this man has been on has said that same exact freaking statement. And this man has made the floor every freaking time.
Check
listen,
this
Every
out.
freaking
This the
time.
listen.
point I'm getting
Do
at,
you
man.
think they traded for Rudy Gay to give them that extra bump to be better than what they've done last year?
Every team has said that
No, what I'm
same
asking is, do
freaking
you think they're
statement.
going to get Rudy
And you know
Gay?
what, Gemini, you got a point too, because when you just said that, all the Rudy Gay memories just went into my head from way back when.
Everybody has said that
And you
same
Because I
can't
remember when he
freaking
went to
tell me
San
one
Antonio.
statement.
play. You can't tell
Remember
me
he went
one
to
play
San
Rudy Gay
Antonio?
did last
They
year.
said Pop ain't gonna play him. Pop ain't gonna play him. That dude was getting
Everybody has
significant
Man,
said
minutes.
that
that
boy
same
older now.
damn
He older
Yeah,
now.
statement.
We
think
older
about it.
now.
That's
That's
why I say you got
old.
to add context to everything. Him playing in San
Bruh,
Antonio, no,
everybody has
hold on, like
said
Gemini.
that.
God damn, can somebody else get a little point in real quick? God, like when you say San Antonio, Pops love them damn veteran players that can get a young team together and play around young talent. So he don't have to have that much untrust with the players on the court. He got somebody he trusts because he's a veteran. They only
Nah,
going to
but he had that
Utah.
Kawhi situation though, remember?
But either way, that when he been 2-3 years younger. Now he's 2-3 years older, and he with a bad team, well, supposable bad team with Utah. Of course, he gonna touch the floor. Now with Atlanta, I'm not sitting there saying he ain't gonna touch the floor. But what I'm telling you is, if Atlanta trying to make a leap to another level from what they've been last year, Rudy Gay is not the player you go after to get that. What they get Rudy Gay for is we got to take on some type of salary and give up a salary, and we get y'all second round pick. What Utah
And
going to look at it as, if John Collins play good, he either going to get us a first round pick, or in our mind, maybe he can be a piece to a good team. Just like with Larry Marketing. If they trade Larry Marketing right now, they're getting multiple first round picks.
They
exactly.
said he wasn't gonna play last year. They said he
I
wasn't
don't
gonna
know
play
who said
last
he
year
wasn't
on
or
the young
wasn't.
team.
All
They
I'm
said he
saying is
wasn't
right
gonna play
here.
last year on the
Players
young
like
team.
Rudy Gay is not a player that you get to say. Like
They
the
said he
Suns
wasn't gonna play last
would
year.
love him because he'll be a body on the bench.
And not just that, you got to look at it from this point too. If y'all pay attention, there's 3 teams in the league that all the old players on, and we all know those 3 teams. It's on Golden State, it's Miami, and it's on the Lakers. Why none of them ain't saying, "Oh, we gonna get Rudy Gay"?
If all he take is that's just crazy.
They said they wasn't gonna play last year though, Scott.
Man,
On the
listen
young
what I'm
team.
saying. Listen what I'm saying. I'm just trying to show you where he not no factor. Why none of those teams like we talking about Rudy Gay going to a play-in team at best. Most veterans at that age chase rings. Why you think
Rudy Gay
Washington knew
not
that?
chasing no ring though, Scott.
Man, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying like forward chasing the ring, like chasing the ring. What I'm saying is they won't go with competitive teams. Dog,
He's not chasing no ring though, my
Atlanta
brother.
Hawk. It ain't even about. That's why I'm trying to tell you. It's not even about chasing the ring. I'm not saying he chasing the ring. He want to go to a team that at least he could be on the bench and get a ring.
He's not
I
chasing the ring though, my brother. That's
oh,
what I'm trying to get you to understand.
well, all
He
right. So
isn't.
it's certain people chasing the ring. That's what you telling me.
He isn't. He hasn't been chasing the ring the whole time in the NBA. He isn't. He
No,
hasn't been chasing no
no,
ring.
no, no, no. He just ain't been on the teams to get him there. He ain't
And
just
then he
out
been
there
on
for
what?
nothing.
Sacramento, Grizzlies
Yeah,
at
he
one
been on
point,
teams. Yeah,
Utah. Like he ain't been nowhere to down be in that position to chase anything.
He hasn't tried to chase a ring.
his
I mean,
He
best.
some
could have.
players don't get that grace to chase a ring. Like ain't nobody
He
breaking down the door to
he
get
could
Rudy Gay.
That's what I'm getting at.
okay. When
He
he
trying to
okay,
make it a.
all right. Now watch this. Now watch this. He when free agency comes, watch this. When free agency comes, why is he not with his agent jumping on a plane and only going to those teams that has those rosters
He don't have a choice.
that
He's under
let me
contract.
finish my point now. Now let me finish my point. That have those rosters spots open that can go after that ring. He's not that type of player. He has never been. Just like Danny Granger, not that type of player. Don't have that type of mentality. He is a player that loves ball only.
I like how you seem to know exactly what these people will be thinking and saying verbatim whenever it's a point that you
You
try
the
to make.
same player that you the same person that said the coach don't did not go after game 6.
I know this might be a rough one for you when I say this. Technically, if Chris Paul wasn't who he was, he'll be out the league.
Out the fucking league. But he get traded for Jordan Poole, and they give up a first round pick to get him with
No,
Jordan
the
Poole.
whole point of what I'm getting at is
Mm-hmm.
he could have played because he was traded to a team. But the point of
Mm-hmm.
that is he ain't want to play for them people.
Because they about to damn go in the rebuild. Jordan Poole ain't about to be the face of that
Exactly.
franchise.
Rudy Gay at that point too. We looking at you looking at Rudy Gay like Rudy Gay. You gotta understand, Brandon Ingram them is the old niggas in the league now. The
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a young ass league.
yeah,
No,
man.
no, Sky. No, wait. The Jordan Poole trade and Chris Paul trade was a salary dump for the CBA. And I said once again, the NBA manipulated that trade. That was a salary dump trade. I said that. I
We
said
know that's a
that.
salary dump. Nobody
I'm
said it
not
wasn't a
talking to you.
salary
I'm
dump.
talking to Sky.
But look, this
Nobody
was
said that was a
look,
salary dump.
look,
I'm
no panic. I'm
talking
about
to
to
You
Sky.
making like 30 points that is
no
not
panic. I'm
relevant to
about
the
to
point
cut
that
into
somebody
his
trying to make.
argument. I'm about to cut into his argument. No panic about that. We all know that's a salary dump, right? That's not a secret. But the point I'm getting at is when you supposed to be an all-star player, and
Mm-hmm.
once they dump you on a team like the Washington Wizards, that means
Mm-hmm.
basically your value is very low.
Mhm.
Chris Paul was more of they felt sorry. They couldn't let him go out like that. Any other player, he go out like that.
No, he's the president of the Players Association.
He ain't that no more.
Even if he
He's the
was, that's still don't that don't help nothing. At the end of that don't help nothing. I get somebody might look at him on
Gemini
paper.
keep wanting Chris Paul to be the president of the Players
no,
Association.
no. I'm sorry. He's the vice president now. LeBron. I
He
think
ain't that.
LeBron
No,
is
I
the
think
president.
Kyrie the vice president.
Kyrie
Or
vice
he was.
president, Kyrie vice president, and CJ McCullough president.
Yeah, right. CJ McCullough.
Okay. I know Paul was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was for a
Okay,
minute.
okay,
But the point
okay.
I'm getting at is, bruh, a lot of them dudes' career is practically over. You thinking highly of, like, they got teams that's getting smart and like, you know what? Because they had Dex. What that rule is they pass with the based off the age and the salary.
Based off that,
It's the age and the salary. They get to sign a certain amount of money.
Oh,
the
you talking
age.
about a certain or like
Yeah,
I think it's like 8 years or 10-year vet or some
yeah,
shit
it's
like that.
something like that. It's something like that. It's
Um,
something. I'm
um,
gonna look at
You
it.
talking
Shorty
about
said
the
that boy
veteran
Simpson.
exception? The
Yeah, it's
veteran
something that they
exception?
get more money.
I think that's what it is. The veteran exception. Like
Yeah,
if you
they
play
get
less
more,
than a certain amount of time, like your minimum gonna be one price
y-
point. But if you
yeah,
play a certain amount of years in the league, it goes up to a certain price point to where it don't count. Like if it's
No,
10
no,
million, some
no,
shit like
no,
that, it can
no,
count.
no, no. There's that the no. That with Chris Paul, with Westbrook, and Harden. These was the contracts they signed with the with Chris Paul and Westbrook. These was the contract they signed with OKC.
no, that
With
way. That
yeah,
contract been over.
Yeah, Chris Paul has signed a contract with Phoenix.
With
Phoenix,
Phoenix. Phoenix.
talking about,
He,
man.
he signed with Phoenix.
with
And James
Phoenix
Harden signed a
and
contract with
Harden.
Oh, Jalen Brown's the vice president, not Kyrie. Jalen Brown. Thank
Oh
you,
Jalen
yeah,
Aflato.
I
Brown.
forget he Jalen now. Damn, them boy pass over
and
kind of
and,
quick.
and Harden signed the contract with Houston.
Right.
Well, Harden signed his with Houston, but that one Chris
No,
Paul.
Harden got way more value than Chris Paul at this point. Even though
No,
he
didn't Harden just sign one with Philly?
no, not said he a free agent or
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
whatever he is.
Oh,
I think he unrestricted this year, but they gonna sign him back.
But
They ain't did all that extra shit to
the
get him
point I'm
over
getting
there.
at, them contracts there, like that one that Chris Paul signed, where he play until he up until 40. Man, they dumping that, man. Boy, go over there with one of the ones, all the ones that's fighting to win it.
I'm not saying they're
Yeah,
not
that's that
dumping the
contract up after this
contracts,
season.
Sky. I'm not saying they're not dumping the contracts, because at that time, those contracts was in the midst of the players getting the bag. I was rooting for the players.
No,
I was not rooting
no.
for the owners.
That's what
I
I'm
was
saying.
rooting for the
No,
players.
them contracts was based off of. That's where you getting it wrong. Them contracts based off of them was playing good and now they falling off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what them contracts was based off. James Harden got his hands off Houston after they did it that far and lost. Chris Paul got his when they made it to the finals and
Mhm.
lost. All them contracts is based off of, and that's what I'm getting at. All the teams trying to get younger, man. Them
Yeah.
dudes
The only
older,
one
man.
who shouldn't have, the only one who shouldn't have signed a big contract and keeping it actually across the board funky and 100, bro, is Chris Paul. Chris Paul was the only one who shouldn't have signed that big ass deal.
Why
The
not?
only Chris Paul has been a liability on
But that,
health.
but that's dealing
He's
with this.
been a
That's what I'm trying.
liability on
Listen, the
health.
Suns going from barely making the playoffs
I'm about
Chris
to
to
tell
a
him.
Chris
final
Paul
seed
Chris
You
with
proving
Paul
just
my
him.
point. You
Chris
prove.
Paul has been a health
Hold
liability
on, hold
since
on, hold
he
on.
has been here.
But this what I'm saying. You proving my point. They gave him the money because them people was trash before Chris Paul got there.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Chris
wasn't barely
Paul
making no playoffs. They was a bottom.
Bottom feed.
Chris Paul
Yeah, and
has been
I
a
give them
health liability since here in the
But
504.
but you looking at it from that point. Them people looking at it from the point of when you go from a bottom feeder to where they went, he changed the franchise. That's how they looking at it. That's what
He's
they think.
been a health liability since
We
here.
know all that. What I'm telling you is that they made it to the the NBA finals when Chris Paul got there. They was trash. They don't see nothing else. On Booker, he was young. So they paid him because they look at it like because they couldn't do it with Booker by himself. They didn't start winning into Chris. It's no different from I'm gonna use the Bulls for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he went to the Bulls, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Zach LaVine and they make it to the finals, right? They
Mm-hmm.
couldn't do that all them years, and then all of a sudden he came. You think they not gonna play him? He basically built their system within though. We can't sit up here and talk about Chris Paul like he was a bum. Now he a bum based off his
I'm not
age,
saying he
but
I'm not
we
He got
talking
the
saying
about
he I'm
background. He
not
got the
statistically,
I'm
background to
not
bro.
prove
saying
he a
he
good
no
player,
no
and he
hold
take
on
the
Dog,
hold
we
on
talking
hold
about
on.
you saying you
No,
wouldn't have
hold
paid
on,
that
Sky.
man
No,
after he
no,
did
hold
that
on,
after
hold on.
3 years.
No, hold on. Don't put them words in my mouth. I did not say he was a bum. I say he's a health liability. I did not say that man was a bum. Don't put
But
that
check this
word in
out.
my mouth.
So
Hold on, bro.
this
Hold
the
on,
point
hold on. Don't
though,
misquote me,
and I'm
bro.
gonna let you go though. I'm gonna let you go. This the point I'm getting at. If they wouldn't have paid him that, Chris Paul would have left. Somebody was gonna pay it to him.
But I did not say
for
that man was
real.
a bum though, bro.
My,
I
A
did
lot
not
of
Miami
say
was
that
teams
gonna
man
pay
was
it
need
a
to
another
him.
bum.
point guard.
But I did not say that man was a bum. Don't put that
You
on
know
me,
that,
bro.
right, Sky? Miami was gonna
Man,
pay
that's
it
what
to him if
look at.
Phoenix didn't pay it to him.
We got to be
Remember now,
honest
before that, he take the Thunder. He take the Thunder to a good season with just a bunch of young players. So
with
that's a
nothing.
value to a lot of teams. That damn, he don't even have to be an effective scorer, a knockdown shooter, none of that shit. They just with his brain controlling the court, he can take a bunch of young players around him and galvanize them until they're a playoff team. So Phoenix see that and say, okay, well, come do that over here. Then he did it, and it's like, oh, give him the bag, whatever the fuck he asked for, give him the bag.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give him another. You're a Pelican fan too, huh?
No, I'm an LBJ fan
Well,
only.
wait. To make a long story short, the Pelican
Uh-huh.
gave CJ that after he made the play and they made him make it to the playoffs. They gave him that back.
When they give him a contract?
Ooh, CJ?
For McCollum?
Yeah, last year. He read
What?
up,
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he didn't. He
They did.
came over there with that.
man. And
The
I'm
deal
telling you, man. They
Portland
gave
gave.
him 2 more years, man.
They
When did
extended
they
him.
give him 2 more years, Scott?
Man, this dude trying to tell me, man, they gave him a contract. I'm a Pelican fan. It wasn't no. If you look at it, that's why they saying we gonna run into trouble. We gonna run into
Yeah.
trouble in another year. Not this year coming, but the next year.
That's not my understanding. I thought he got that money from Portland, which means Portland.
No, they
No,
beat him up,
no,
man.
no.
They
So
They
beat
y'all
Sky
telling me
right.
Portland traded an expiring contract to
and
y'all because he only been there a season, right?
they extended him. He signed it. He's smart. He signed it before he
Are you sure?
before. I'm positive.
Let me look it up
Look it up.
because I thought he came with that deal from Portland.
Well, he'll be leaving this year, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, he got 2 more years left.
Look it up. I know I ain't tripping. Look it up.
That Portland had gave him.
Look it up.
Oh shit!
Because who they give up in that trade with Josh Hart?
Josh Hart, yeah.
Who
They
else?
would I don't think that
Josh Hart, Nikhil Alexander Walker,
did they give
and I
y'all
think somebody else. Somebody else came from another team. Oh no, the white boy. Who was the white boy y'all had? Sky.
that's awfully racist.
Among Us.
No, he used to talk about him. Thomas
I
Sanderaski.
can't
Oh, Zarafsky.
I
Right.
was trying to get it out.
Sky used to hate that guy right there.
Yeah,
Boy, it used to be so
boy was
funny.
trash, man.
Boy, yo, wow. Boy, yo, wow.
We
He
dumped them on,
hated that dude.
and we dumped them on. I think that was a 3-player trade. I don't
Yeah, it
think
was a 3-player. Yeah,
he went to
yeah.
Washington.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's where he went.
To Washington, man. We dumped them
Yeah,
on them,
Thomas.
and we got that
Yeah.
trash. We got that trash from the Bulls.
The Bulls. Yeah, you got it
Yeah,
from the Bulls. Him and Gary Temple. You got him and Gary Temple.
yeah, and we still got Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, yo, wow.
Why y'all kept him though? Cause he don't get no playing time.
Man,
No,
and he the
no
vice
contract.
president.
Football
He
player.
the
No
vice
contract.
president. It ain't no Kyrie Irving. He the vice president. Come to think about it.
Who, Gary Temple?
Yeah.
I want to say Kyrie the vice president. They might have now moved on
No,
from him being
I
the vice
thought
president.
Jalen Brown ain't the vice president no
No,
more.
it's Gary Temple. Come to think about it, it's Gary
Okay,
Temple.
Gary Temple. Okay.
He's still around. Scott, I was correct. It says Portland gave CJ McCollum a 3-year deal worth 100,000. I think that's how you pronounce it.
100 million.
Yeah, 100 million.
Boy, that boy, they get that boy in a 3-year, 100,000. Boy, that's a good ass GM.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
indeed.
I knew I wasn't tripping. I'm like,
hold on. So if it's a 3-year, right? That means his contract up next year, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta let me look that up.
So Sky said they extended him while his contract was still valid.
but I know he came to Port. Oops.
That's what I'm saying.
I
That
mean,
means
not Port.
his 3rd year next year. We wouldn't be running. Well, why we still saying we gonna run with CJ after that? If
They
it's
probably just got plans of re-signing him. Like, they did come with that
No,
contract
no,
from
no,
Portland.
no. I'm about to
I'm
see.
being extended. I don't know about
Nah,
that.
he
Part.
signed a 2-year extension with the Pelicans last year.
No, I messed up.
Or if somebody she signed a 2-year
Okay,
extension,
she
so I
found
guess
it.
do
She
better.
said she messed up.
I
Yeah.
told you. I
Spike Lee
tripping.
cleared it up.
I know I ain't tripping.
No, he originally did get traded with the contract from Portland now, but I guess when he get to New Orleans, they
No, he
extended to.
signed a 2-year extension.
Yeah,
It made
2
the
years,
news.
$64 million. It's on NBA.com.
I
So
told you.
When he signed
He
that,
signed a 2-year. He signed a 2-year extension.
I
It
told you.
made the news.
did he
I even
sign it
seen
when
that.
he get to New Orleans, or did he sign it in Portland?
No, he signed it as a Pelican.
Yeah, so he still
that
got
would
traded with the contract to New Orleans. New Orleans just extended it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just
he
told
signed
him
it as a
that.
Pelican.
Yeah, so
Because
both
then
of
he
them
started.
right at the end of the day.
Because then he started going on ESPN doing the shows and everything. Because that's when he started going
Ain't
on
no both of them
ESPN.
right. Sky is right.
No, both right, because Sky
Ain't no
saying that he
both.
got extended for 2 years.
And that's
Tucker
what
say he got traded with the contract.
That's what the
No.
discussion was about. The extension,
No,
not the original contract.
why would
Sky was right. Sky was right.
We knew
Sky
they
was
signed the
right.
I mean, when you trade, you gotta trade with a contract. We know
Yeah,
that.
that's why I'm saying. So at the end of the day, like both of y'all made a true statement at the end of the day. Now, if you deny the 2-year extension, then you would be wrong in that regard.
See, now y'all, Dex just told y'all what it was. Now y'all don't know.
That
what
would
the hell
mean
y'all
they
talking about.
traded. So y'all didn't give Portland no picks for CJ then? Because all I'm asking.
He's just trying to save Purple Baby. That's all.
No, I really don't care. I just saying like shit.
Purple Babe already safe. You
I
ain't gotta
just
save
don't
her.
understand why they could have let him. I mean, they was controlling their asset, but they could have got picks for him then. That's where I'm lost at.
Who could have got picked?
Because y'all said he signed a 2-year extension, which means he was on his last year with Portland when y'all traded for him.
No, he got
they
two
got
more
players. No, they got players. They Portland got.
No, but he wasn't on
players.
his last year though. He wasn't on his last year.
No.
Okay.
It was players, Purple. They got players.
I understand it was players, but you basically that was still an expiring contract prior to y'all offering him his 2 years. He only been there a year.
You looking at it from we did 2 salary dumps on trash players.
No, hold on one second. Clear it up. I think when CJ got traded over there, Sky, if you can remember, He had 2 years on his deal.
Exactly.
And then while he was a Pelican, he went and renegotiated and got 2 extra years.
Exactly.
So he will be there for 4 seasons. Is what
Yeah.
that means.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all I was trying to get clear.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Now we
Well,
good.
well,
We got
3.5 because he came in
Right, the half of the season.
yeah,
Yes.
which meaning his
hmm
contract will be over 2 more years from now.
Now, Purple Baby, I know you're not patting that weave.
Yeah, no, that's my ass. Go ahead. I'm trying to think if y'all can hear me damn pat my head like that. Take this damn dread
You got the
waves out and
weave.
shit.
You got the weave.
No, I got locks. I trying to take them out these little design and I etching as I going. So instead of me just damn going the screen, I just kind of
Yeah.
pat them or whatnot. So I don't,
That's
Dex.
crazy.
Oh, Dex, what you think they told Damian Leonard today?
Hold pat until we find a suitable partner. He out.
I
You don't
feel
think
bad
No,
for
they're gonna trade him?
anybody who's a Portland fan.
Nah, they told him who they gonna try to get. They're not trading Dame.
So who they trying to get?
I don't know,
Dame.
but that's what they told him.
Man,
Who?
Dame out. He tried to get in line. It's a foot race to be in purple and gold.
I tell you what's
Nah.
going on with them. Damn down make that statement and say, I want to ride it out. Pause. Now at the end of the day, it's like, damn, I want to ride it out. But if I ask for a trade, I basically gonna look like shit. I've been capping the whole time. Like ego and pride right now is why Dame ain't saying nothing. The
Yeah,
organization
Spike
really
Lee.
want him to come out and say something.
He can't
What's
say
good,
nothing
Dex?
because they. Yeah, but no panic. He can't say nothing because they gave him all that money, so he got to be hush mouth.
Yeah, but
But
me and
Spike
you
Lee.
agreed. Me and you
So
agreed.
who they
Dame
trying
ain't
to
trying
get
to
him though?
win.
Nobody
Dame
never
happy
answered
being
that.
the man inside Portland, losing.
So who they trying to get him though?
Scott,
I
can
mean,
I
it's
Yeah,
answer
that's why I
that?
was gonna ask Spike Lee. I was gonna ask
Yes,
Spike
I
Lee that.
can't hear because they talking over you when you said it.
yeah.
Scott,
So
can I answer that?
I don't know who they're gonna try to get, but I know Paul George is available, so that's one option right there.
Oh,
so
Scott, can I answer that?
yeah.
Who you think gonna give up the bulk of their core
We
for
know
Dame?
that. We know that. We know that already. Ain't nobody doing that. Not for no one player. Nah.
Now on top of that, watch this. Who who do you think is literally gonna give up 50 mil at the same time?
And then in a
hold
couple
on,
of
who
more
giving up
years,
50 more?
hold on, Gemini. Hold on, Gemini. You forgot to mention this also. In a couple of more years, they're gonna have to owe CJ $60 million
Who
Who?
owed CJ
Mm-hmm.
60?
on this contract. On this
Who?
contract
Yes.
he's
Who
currently
owed
on.
that?
Which one you talking about?
CJ, I
Dame.
mean, not CJ. Damon Lillard. Damon Lillard.
Who?
Yeah, he about to be making $56 million after this season.
Yes.
And listen,
That's
if I
The
a
Lakers,
team
insane.
like the Heat, and I
and the
know my
Lakers will
window
take it.
ain't that large to begin with,
Man, the Lakers will
I'll
take
make
it.
that trade. I'll eat that.
Not with the new
You went out,
Yeah,
no panic.
Oh my
CBA.
bad.
yeah.
Listen. If
Portland's
I the
brass
Heat,
made a statement. They said
if,
that
go
they
ahead.
told Dame in the meeting that they're committed to winning. So that's where they're at right now. Dame and Portland are both on the same page saying
Oh,
we're committed to winning. So Dame's like, build a roster. I'm waiting to see what y'all do.
oh, okay, Spike,
Hey,
Spike,
Dame ain't gonna never
Spike.
win a chip.
Thank you, Spike. How many times Dame heard that
Yeah, he's heard that a lot.
every season, right? Every season.
Yeah, and they're still telling him that. Yeah, that's right.
You know what the catch is though? The catch is like they could try all they want. If the players don't want to come, man, they gonna have to they gonna have to give off some of them young players. I don't think they
They
want to do that.
they got Jeremy Grant.
I know. Like they gonna have to get off some of them young players. Like even this what I mean. Let's say they go get Paul George. We all know how this work, dog. You still gotta match the money.
No,
Paul
no,
George will go to
no,
Miami before
no,
he'll go to Portland.
Well, that's
Hold
not what
on.
Paul
I
George
agree
said.
with that.
That's
No.
not.
Wait, wait,
No.
wait. Hold
The
on.
original, no, the original decks, and see that's
Let Purple
why
go after
we
you.
put
Let
it.
Purple go after you.
Okay, that's why we put it in the original chat where everybody could see at the beginning of the show. The CBA is
Uh huh.
the original problem, and that's the original problem. The CBA
But
is
that
the
don't kick
original
in.
problem. No, that's the original problem because Portland has Jeremy Grant there right now. What's
Yes.
Jeremy Grant contract?
He's
A
a
high
free
one.
agent. He's a free agent.
Yeah. Him and Simmons. Him and Simmons.
It's a
Simons. I
high
mean.
right. It's a high contract.
Yep.
So
100
that's
plus.
what that's a problem. So
So they
so
got three, right? Portland got
they
three.
they have three. They have three high contracts.
They're gonna have to unload some of that dude. The only person worth getting off right now is Simmons.
But notice what you just said.
Or what? I'm saying what any team would take. He got growth. Ain't nobody trying to mess with Grant. Not with the.
Okay.
And I'm not saying Grant a bad player. What I'm saying is his contract and what he gonna be asking for. Nobody ain't gonna want to mess with that.
Right. And he don't contribute to winning. And
That's what I'm
I know Grant. I know Grant mad as hell that he left Denver.
exactly. And look, and you know what's crazy? I was thinking about next year and never look at this in this way. That boy Reggie, what his name? Reggie, Black Reggie, the point guard dude.
Reggie
Jackson.
Jackson.
Reggie
Jackson.
Jackson. Reggie Jackson played on all them good teams and turned around and got a ring with Denver
Yep.
on the bench.
On the bench.
That's crazy.
On the bench.
I just wanted to clarify something. Reggie is a free agent. I mean, not Reggie, but Jarian, or however you say his first name. He's
Grant.
a free agent. Yeah, he's a free agent, so he can go to whatever team he wants.
So you think he's
Simon,
going to
Unrestricted,
move?
unrestricted or restricted?
he's unrestricted.
Okay.
He
And
unrestricted. You sure?
yes, he's
Did
unrestricted.
he just get a contract?
Mm-hmm.
From Detroit, I think it was a 4 year or whatever, three. It might have been 3 years, something.
The point
Hold
I'm
on. Who we
But I
talking about?
agent.
Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy Grant.
Oh, I thought you said Jaron Jackson.
they only got two teams out there in the league that's gonna be willing, but that's able to pay him based off of who he is in his play for what he gonna want, and
And he already played for one of them.
that's Detroit and that's the Houston Rockets. Nobody else ain't messing with what he want.
And Houston looking past him. Houston got their eyes set
That's
on
what
bigger
I'm trying
Yes.
to tell you.
To
So
the Rockets.
he either taking a pay cut or he signing right back with Portland for cheaper. Either or.
Man, Jeremy Grant and Christian Woods is the same player to me. They play good
Yeah.
on bad teams.
Hey, that's a good one. No pen.
And you know what's
That's a good
crazy?
one.
And they saving their money. And look, Dallas, we could say Dallas, but Kyrie Irving gonna try to rape them, so they ain't gonna have no money.
Definitely, my dog definitely need a max contract. All that taking less and all that shit. And he got requested to get his new number, so he like shit. He ain't going nowhere. That Kyrie Irving to the Lakers and Kyrie, all that. That's dead. He going back to the Mavs. They just waiting until
Salute to Basil
July to get
Carpenter
into the.
Jr.
Say
Look,
that again.
this is what I don't understand. That boy Bruce, what his name, played for Denver.
Bruce Brown.
Yeah, he opted out of his contract.
Oh yeah, he gonna get overpaid.
Look, this the question I want know from y'all. Y'all think he worth more money, or y'all think he that's about his salary? Do
What's
y'all
his
think he
price?
do y'all think he worth more money because he won a championship? Is the question.
What's
No,
his
hell
price?
no.
What's his price?
Well, he was getting something like $5
He
million.
been getting 6.6, I think.
Yeah,
Like 6.5.
something like that. So what y'all think he worth? Because
10.
if he opt out, he must be looking to get 10 to 15. So y'all think he worth 10. Now, what team
10.
willing to give Bruce Brown $10 million?
He
Any
worth 10
team
because
that
of the ring.
damn,
He
any
worth
team
10
that feel
because of
like
the
they can
ring.
get a player.
No, even though
because of the
look,
ring.
that's what
A
I'm
lot of
saying.
teams.
Even though he have a ring, right? What team
A
out
lot of
there
teams.
that's thinking they gonna win, that's willing to give him 10 million?
A lot of teams, man.
No, I'm just
Miami
wondering.
easily. Miami easy. Miami
Bruce
easy.
Bruce Brown is a versatile defender. He plays bigger than his
I'm not
size.
knocking his skills. I'm not saying he trash.
No, I know you're not. I'm just saying. I'm telling you the reasons why a lot of teams will pay him what he's trying to get. That's
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying. He's a Swiss Army knife.
I'm saying the way the league going though is like with all those players taking all the money away from the cap. Like Some
I read.
some players gonna be playing for under what they want.
Yeah, but it
Yep.
ain't gonna be a champion.
You got to understand.
Because I
The
read out some.
Spurs, the
I read out.
Spurs.
You not lying. A lot of teams gonna be jumping on the Spurs wagon too. That's what I'm saying. A lot of good players. The league know what they doing when they did that. They did a number crunch. That's all they did. So if you want to take all that money, you're gonna have to go play on the team to make and be competitive. All the teams gonna be competitive.
I mean, but were you mussing in that two doors? You gotta think about it. If he making 6.5 now, his bump probably gonna be up to maybe 10. 10 is like the mid-level exception. A team will give him that. You know what I mean?
But we
Like if
know
they just looking
the
for a
point.
spot, go
The
ahead.
point I'm getting at is, man, I'm not saying he's not gonna get it, but what I'm saying is if he gonna get it, it's not gonna be on no Denver team. It's not gonna be. He's gonna have to go to one of those bottom feeders to get his bag.
Nah, I don't think he got to go to a bottom feeder to get paid.
He can even get it on the Knicks. He can even get it on the Knicks.
Knicks down there don't even know how they gonna play their players. How they gonna give him 10?
Oh, that's cold.
I'm just being honest. They're just talking about Obi Toppin. He opt out.
Hey, Obi Toppin got his brother in the league. So what are you talking about?
No, what I'm saying, Obi Toppin, they don't know how they gonna play them. Like Obi Toppin not trash.
No, the Knicks owner is cheap. The Knicks owner is cheap. Point blank. Period. He just cheap.
But all I'm saying is I don't know if they in a rush to get rid of Obi Toppin because he just got his brother Jacob out of Kentucky on the New York Knicks. So both Toppin brothers play with the New York Knicks right now in our sign.
What I'm saying is we know all that go out the window if they don't want Peter Man. We know that.
I mean, how much do you think he can get?
Yeah,
I mean, damn, the guy on the average 7 points.
Getting Bruce Brown. I can see the Mavericks paying him.
I can see Memphis paying him. Like a good bit of teams will pay him now because he a versatile defender, like my man was saying, and he can shoot. He don't make big mistakes. He don't play out his head. Like he's a Dylan Brooks type player without the bravado of like
the antics.
Yeah, like that's all that is. Like
all I'm getting
people love players like that. Dylan Brooks gonna get about 12 million. Like he might get more than that.
All I'm getting.
What about the Lakers? What about the Lakers sign Dylan Brooks?
Hey, look at LeBron. LeBron can play with a player like that. A dirty work player like that.
Brooks is not going to the Lakers. Cut it
out. Yeah, I don't think they can afford
Warriors first. He'll be on the Warriors first. And Reynolds no top OB is not being replaced by his brother. No, Reynolds, you're tripping.
I wouldn't even me personally, I wouldn't even want to go to the Lakers if I'm Dylan Brooks. No shade at you, Dex, but man, you gotta let that. I know I'm waiting for y'all to be tired of that, man. That ship and sail. The Lakers, oh man,
yeah, he can't shoot him like
Wait a minute, what about the Lakers? Hold on, Sky. What about the Lakers? Elaborate more.
What I'm saying is, I don't see no growth in them. Like we all know the refs helped them last year. Like you can't run that play 2 years ago. Like,
so they might help him even more, Sky.
Nah, you can't, man.
Somebody said LeBron getting his 5th ring. Who was that, Chance?
Trying to say, man. This is what I'm saying.
Well, actually, Brooks dropped this price.
Getting on that.
Scott, Brooks dropped this price. At first, he wanted 25 mil. Now he didn't drop it down to 12.5.
Yeah, he act like he's selling the house.
He wanted 25 mil.
Dylan Brooks act like he's real estate.
12.5.
Man, Dylan Brooks.
No, he didn't. That's not what he said. He wanted. He said he wanted more than that because that's the mid-level
exception.
Yeah, he don't want that.
Dylan Brooks worth 7.5, man. If that.
He said he wanted 25 at first. Now. Well, I'll just say this, Purple, and thank you for correcting me. I love your fact checking. The report is now he will take 12.5. I'll stay.
Dylan Brooks done turned into real estate. He's in the housing market because that's what they do.
I mean, if he calm down his antics, because he is a good defender. If he just calm down his antics, he'll be all right.
I mean, that's all he is. He can't shoot worth a damn.
Man,
he make a project,
and that's why he wouldn't work with the Lakers. Because even if you good defensively, you still need to
Dylan Brooks gonna work with. I can tell you who Dylan Brooks gonna work with, and y'all gonna say I'm tripping though when I say it.
All right, say
What?
it.
The Spurs.
You tripping?
No,
Yeah, he ain't gonna fuck
No,
with that.
I would
Dog,
agree.
they gonna bully Wemby, man. They gonna bully him, dog.
Well, they ain't
Too
got. But
small.
I mean, Dylan Brooks ain't a damn bully herself. He just be talking. It ain't like he backing shit up.
No, but you ain't getting what I'm saying. He get aggressive though. I gotta say that he get aggressive. They ain't gonna have
And
no
he,
aggressive.
Man, listen, the Spurs
Sky,
ain't never
stop
been a
chilling in the
team that want
St.
them type of
Thomas.
players.
Sky, stop chilling in the St. Thomas, bro.
I'm
You
telling
high
you,
as a
man.
kite.
No, I'm
so
telling you.
uh,
Only why I say that, bro. Have you seen the Spurs roster, dog?
Sky, stop chilling in the
No,
Man,
I
St.
just
get
put up.
Thomas,
it.
bro.
Like like they got Keldon Johnson. He been 22 last game. I don't believe in that 22 because they've been a bad team. But
Man,
they
Jack,
got a dirty player already with Soka or Socha. How you pronounce his name? He look like Dennis Rodman to me. But shit, he's
yeah,
not a dirty player, but like he one of them bully type of players.
man,
yeah, I
they don't.
like him. Jeremy throw him.
Nah. We're not gonna give a rookie a bully badge. We're not
No,
doing that.
no. You're right. I ain't gonna call him a bully, but he got those tangibles in him. Like he's a dog type player. Like Dylan Brooks is a dog type player. You can call
That's
him
what
a bully or not a bully, but they already got a player like that.
you
I
He
ain't
got a
can't
getting.
question.
shoot.
If,
All he
if
do is
you
throw
looking for
motherfuckers around.
if you looking for points, you stupid. If you get Dylan Brooks, I can tell you that.
Right. I got a
Yeah.
question. So John Collins got traded and whatever. So somebody posed the question. They was like, with this trade going, with John going to Utah, what is PJ's worth?
That's crazy. PJ is one of them players that I can't gauge his worth.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
be honest.
even know what type of player he is.
I'm gonna be honest about PJ, and it's just my truth about PJ. I ain't gonna talk bad on him, but PJ still finding himself, man. We can't judge PJ. PJ still a young player, and he was with the Charlotte Hornets. No shade at him, but them people don't even have a team. Like they team been dysfunctional since he been there. Like you can't really. That's like even like Lamelo. He playing above of people expectations based off of the team. The way he
Why didn't
played,
Charlotte get him?
the way he
Who?
played. If he played on a good team, they'll be way better.
Why didn't Charlotte get Collins?
And I don't think it would have been that much. Maybe rebounding better, but other than that, I don't know about John Collins. I'll
John
see how
Collins
he
pretty much
plays.
gonna bring you a premium over PJ. That's all.
I don't know.
Undersized for.
Got
He can shoot to a certain extent.
Yeah, I got to see how he do in Utah. Now that he's away from Trey Young, I'll see. I'll try to gauge how good he is there. Because to me, he disappears too much.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
a
Okay,
fact.
so are
Man,
y'all gonna try
PJ,
to get Kelly? Are
y'all
y'all gonna try
crazy.
to get Kelly
Man,
Or
PJ,
for
Kelly,
17 mil?
man, PJ showed up though. Some games, y'all acting like PJ was just a bump. PJ
No,
showed up.
no, no,
No, it
no,
ain't even
no.
that he's a bum or nothing like that. What it does is you don't know his true value because it's like when he does play good is when Lamelo been out. So it's like can he not play with all-star player? But then when Melo playing is like he disappeared, like how she said with John Collins. It's hard to gauge a player like that because if y'all pay him the money, then it's like okay, we paying him big money for a player that can't play with basically the team our team starting Lamelo. Or we giving him good money and he can play, but he can't play to his full value. So it's hard to gauge how much you should give him. Like you can give him 10 a year, but he might not just want 10 a year. He might want more than that. And now he
right.
eating up money on the books. But it ain't that he trashed or nothing. It's just,
No, CWE. No, Dylan is not going to get a 2 year, $30 million contract. He is not going to get that. Yup, you are tripping. Dylan Brooks is not going to get a 2 year, $30 million contract, bro. He is not going to get that.
is I got another question for y'all. Without looking at the numbers and just looking at that game between Kuzma, Collins, and PJ and Woods, who's the better rebounder?
Well, first of all, Kuzma is a small forward, not a power forward. Everybody need to understand that about his game. Dylan is actually a small forward, but he tried to play power forward. So I mean,
in
PJ
today's
it,
NBA game, they froze.
PJ is a undersized power forward. And actually, if he had the two other inches and had the weight, he would be a productive power forward. Kuzma does he doesn't bang, so that takes him out of being a power forward. He didn't bang even as a Laker, and
So Kuzma,
yeah, Kuzma
ain't
didn't
Kuzma
bang
average
as
like close to 10 rebounds this year? Or are you tripping?
he's
No,
a help defender. He's not a bang power forward. He's a help defender.
Man, y'all gotta look at what Kuzma did based off the team he on. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
yeah, he got better with the Wizards. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it ain't that he got better. He got to shoot more. That's all it was.
I'm
He's
talking
a
about in terms
help
of his rebound.
defender.
I'm
He's
talking
a
about as
help
far as
right. He's a help defender. He's not a banger. He's
Man,
not
boy,
a trench. He's not a trencher.
he
He
don't even
is
play
a help.
Yeah,
defense.
but most fours in the NBA today is not that.
He don't even play defense, to be honest with you.
like I'm gonna be honest. When I look at Jaren Jackson Jr., he's like a smaller center to me. They just got him at the 4.
Man, Trevor
His
Jackson ain't nothing but a watered down Bama bio, man. That's all he
which
is.
that man,
I
which
think he
is a
I think he more
trencher.
I think he got more talent offensively than Bam. He just don't show it.
No, what I'm saying is, oh, he played more defense than Bam. But Bam, the system Bam and Bam babe, is able to flourish. The system he ain't able to flourish. That's the only what I'm getting at. Yeah, another
Which
Bam
is
and
a
Bam and a Bam. Huh?
a trencher. He
See,
which plays in the trenches. The one two position plays in the trenches. The other one help it is a help defender.
it's three players that I rank in the league that got the same game as down there. Bam Adebayo, Jared, and that boy over there at Phoenix, Aiton. They all three of them play alike. All three of them.
I know, man. Like
Stop and pop. That's all they do. Stop and pop.
when I watch Memphis, I see Jaren Jackson Jr. on the wing a lot.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He
That's a
do.
help
he should,
defender.
but y'all know why he out there because Ja can't shoot and
Y'all can't shoot.
consistent.
That's what I say. It's the system. It's based off the system. See, Bam Adebayo could go down there because you got Tyler Hero that could shoot. He got a bunch of shooters, so he could go down there. If you look at Jerry Jackson, he got to play on the wing. If not, John Morant ain't John Morant.
That and Steven
And
Adams
if you
ain't
look at
shooting.
Aiton, if you look at Aiton, Aiton got to be down there. He got shooters around him, so he got to play his position. Jackson, he got to go on the wing. He gonna have the paint crowded, so he got to do what he got to do.
I
You
like
got
him.
you got him out there. You got John Morant can't shoot. Only one can shoot is Bang. That's it.
You said Bam?
Bang, bang.
Oh,
For
Bane. All right,
it
right,
ain't
right.
the only
Yeah.
one can shoot. The rest of them boys can't shoot, man. I'll let them shoot.
No, but Aiden is an actual five. Aiden has to be in the trenches. That's the difference. Aiden has to be in the trenches because he's an actual five.
That no,
So
but you ain't getting what I'm saying. That's not an excuse. Because for the simple reason, only why Jerry Jackson get a pass because they got that boy on who get all them
Adams.
rebounds. What's his name? Steven Adams. That's only why he get a pass because Steven Adams gonna grab the rebound. But when Steven Adams got hurt last year, you saw they had him in the paint. He don't want to be in the paint.
Hmm. And
no,
that's
but
why
he
when we were talking about the Lakers and the Grizzlies playing, that's why it's like I don't get wrong. Lakers win the series, so I can't take nothing from them, but y'all ain't really beat a full Memphis team.
Oh,
Y'all beat them playing on the fly.
Steve Adams played that game. AD don't do what he was doing. That's dead.
Yeah. Adams ain't letting them bully nothing. Adams moving him off the block
And
every
you ain't
time.
moving. And you ain't moving Aquaman that easy neither. That boy's strong.
I just think Jaren Jackson just got to get a little bit better more on offense. If he wasn't so undersized as
Nah,
that,
no,
because
I'm gonna
he's
tell
really
you.
to me when I look at him, he a 5.
Oh,
It's just
Purple
that
Baby. This way I
small.
disagree with you, Purple Baby. If you pay attention, that go back to see nobody don't want to tell the truth, right? And what I mean by tell the truth, the reason why he play like that, that's because of Ja Morant. The dude played way better when Ja Morant was hurt. Way
Yeah,
better.
I know he played better.
They play one-on-one ball when Ja Morant in the game, man. And you
Yep,
can't win like that, man.
yeah, that's true. I ain't even gonna cap. I'm tired of Damian Lillard's mess though. I'm ready for them to stop talking about it. God damn.
That's all they got, man. They need a narrative to push, man. That's all they got going on. Everybody want to know where Dame going. I want to know too. 'Cause I know he ain't gonna stay there. It's obvious them people in rebuild mode. Cause I know they ain't gonna take that pick that they got with Scoot and then turn around and trade the dude. That don't make no sense. So you might well, if you gonna do it, man, somebody got to make the hard decision. They trying to hold
But it,
on to Dame.
but
Look,
you know
Dame.
what's crazy is the comment. He don't want to go to a team that got 2 all-stars or 2 superstars because he don't want to play on a staff team. And I'm like,
No, 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 no.
what the fuck?
And
You
listen,
know
in
what,
today's NBA, bro, like you can't worry about if a team
man?
stacked or not. You see Kevin Durant ain't caring about that shit. Ain't his
Not
job to bully team.
No, not just that, man. He ain't dumb. He's saying that, but he talking in circles. And what I mean by that, based off of what he getting paid, man, he can't go to none of them teams anyway, man. He know that. He
Yeah.
really
Shout out to
he really playing reverse psychology. He hoping they don't dump him on a trash team. That's what he doing.
And like how you say this now, one of them need to make a decision. The owners of the team, they too scared to just be like, I'm gonna trade my star away. Because they understand a rebuild in Portland is not a rebuild in LA. Meaning you rebuild in Portland, not saying you losing fans, but that's money out the door. Like
Man,
that's
what you mean?
irrelevancy. Like you in the urge of being purgatory based off the team that the where the team at. As opposed
Man,
to if the Lakers go into rebuild, which they never do, like shit. You still going to a Lakers game? That's an event out there. So it's
man,
like they scared to make the decision to just trade Dame on their
nah,
own accord. So they
that's
want
not
Dame to
true.
come out and say some shit.
Cause they know they in a rebuild mode. No panic. Do you
That's
think the
that's
fans?
the point I
You
trying to
think the
make. If
fan?
you a
You
Portland
think the
fan, you
fans that incompetent? They already know. The problem is he really playing on reverse psychology on them. He know based off the money in the contract he signed, he's going to a trash team. You're liable to see him in Detroit. Who could pay
right.
for him? Who could pay for him? And then to unload him like everybody's saying on the Lakers. What the Lakers gonna want to give they ain't gonna want. Everybody saying he going to Miami. What they gonna have to unload, they basically a average team once they unload it. Everybody saying he going, where else they be saying he going?
No, see, I think Miami got the pieces to move him because he. You got to
Like
think
who?
about it. If
Like
Dame
who?
won't
Tell
leave,
me, tell me like who? Like who?
okay, they can move Tyler Hero. They can throw in Caleb Martin. They got a couple of first round picks in what 2028, 2029, or something like that. They could throw them 2 first round picks, Caleb Martin, Tyler Hero. I gotta think of their
You
roster
ain't
off the
getting
top of
what
my
I'm
head.
saying. Now you reverse it.
Shit, either Kyle Lowry, throw him in the trade for a little salary.
Look. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Based off of you saying throw them in there. If the people in rebuild mode, they ain't gonna want those type of players with that type of money.
That's
They,
50 mil. Then you really got to give up 60 mil. They're not doing that.
But
that's
think
what I'm
about
trying
no,
to
but
tell him.
that works out for both sides because Miami get a player that can. Oh,
How?
hold on, let me explain. Shit, if Miami trade for a $56 million player, and to them it's we got Bam, we got Jimmy, and we got Dame. That's our championship window. It's now and never. We got 2 to 3 years to make this happen
You
before
you giving up
everything.
all
Hold
your
on, hold
young
on. Let me
talent.
finish. Let me finish. And for Portland, it's a good trade because you bring in players that you ain't necessarily trying to pay. down the road that you ain't got to make a decision on down the road. And Tyler Hero, like, he getting money. He's a player you can kind of kick your ties around having the young players in school and Simons, and they can rebuild and got the roster. Think about it now. If I trade away Dame and I got Tyler Hero, Scoot Henderson, and I want those Simons in there because I personally don't care for Simons, but fans love him out there, whatnot. You can get behind that. You can get behind that rebuild as opposed to
No, it helps Portland. Yes, it doesn't
no.
help Miami.
It
You're
does help
right. It
Miami because
helped
Miami
Portland.
going for a championship. Miami ain't waiting around to rebuild or to find some superstar and got to really got their roster.
Man, them people
No,
about
it
to.
no,
Man, them
it
people gonna
helps
gut their.
Portland.
Man,
It
them
doesn't
people gonna
help
gut their bench.
Miami.
That's
How?
what I'm
So if you
saying.
Miami,
Miami
what's the
gonna have to
goal?
gut
No
their
panic.
bench, man.
No panic. Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
You said they gonna trade Simons and Lillard together.
Hold that. Say it again.
You said Simons and Lillard would go to Miami, right?
No,
Or
not
Simons
Simons. They have to keep Simons because he got money on his thing. You can't say
I
no but
gotta
100 million.
inform you. I gotta inform you. They gonna be right back over the cap because we're bringing in Hero and Simons. With Hero and Simons alone, that's like I think almost 70 million, 70 or 80 million, something like that.
I
And you
told
forgot
them that, man. You can't do
they
that.
No, but that
they
okay. How much money? How much years Hero got left on his contract?
4 more years, I believe, because
He
I
got
said
4
it
more
last
years.
night. Yeah,
How
and
much
his
Simons got
contract
left on
goes up.
those?
Huh?
How much Simons got left on those, and how much he getting?
4 years, and his contract goes up. Tyler ends his contract at like 27, I think, if I remember correctly, and then Simons in his at like 31 or 32.
31, 32. They signed for 8 years.
No, they signed for 4 more years. Both of them
Simon signed for 4 more years.
Yeah.
So 4 more years will be 2027.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, they say 31, 32. But okay, boom. If you redoing, if you just like how what Scott been saying about bringing in John Collins, you bring in Tyler Hero shine in Portland, he got trade value. If Simon shine in Portland, he got trade value. And Scoot is the person that y'all building around. So what I'm saying is you always gonna have some value. Like Portland getting something that can be flipped to a first
Nah,
round,
man,
multiple first
they
round.
contract's ridiculous though. Nobody ain't
No,
taking that.
I get
It's
that,
not
but
treatable.
let
It's
me
not
ask you a question.
treatable.
But let
They
me
got
ask you a question.
untreatable contracts, bro. That's untreatable, bro.
No, I get
Ain't
that, but
nobody
let's
about to
say,
pay that for no player that don't push the needle like that.
but that's the point I'm trying to make. If they outplay their contract and they got value because they're on a bad team, everybody that's good, and you put them on a
They
bad team,
contracts.
they
Look,
always do play a lot
no
better than what they
panic. This is
are.
why I don't agree with you because they contracts is outrageous over, not like
How
manageable.
so? How so?
I want to let y'all know something right quick before he answered. The contracts that we're seeing with Hero and stuff like that and Simons, that's going to be what these new players are signing for. So, like, PJ might not get it and Miles might not get it, but anybody after them that's free agents after that is going to get the money that Hero and Simons is getting. It's like when I read out, a lot of them at the end of their deals is making anywhere from 30 to 60 million on their last years. I was reading, like, I was shocked, including Carl Anthony Towns. Like, I was like, oh, Minnesota can't easily trade his contract at all. He making heck of money. These contracts ain't easy to trade at all.
That's
Yeah,
why.
but
That's why Terry Rozier contract. That's why everybody's saying, "Oh, get off Terry Rozier." If y'all look at Terry Rozier, I looked at it because I was like, "Damn, why nobody don't want Terry Rozier? His contract don't go down; they go up."
Yep, everybody's contract is going up as the years. I'm telling y'all, it's about to be toxic with these new contracts.
that's the point I'm trying to make. With the TV deal going up and more money coming in, I promise you, them contracts ain't gonna look the same. Like, remember when Jalen Brunson signed his contract over the summer, and even I've been shitting on the contract saying y'all gonna give him $100 million. That $100 million look like a fucking steal right now, especially with the new CBA and the money going up. So what I'm saying is,
But they
even if
broke
you
it
got
down. Look,
Simons,
they
even if you
broke it.
got Hero on the sand squad, you still got 2 young players that possibly can turn into first round picks if you want to trade them, or they can be good pieces on the team.
But where though?
No,
That's
no
the
Because
panic.
point.
No
Well,
panic. No
Look,
it's
panic.
the reason
look.
why.
Honestly,
What's that
hold
team
on.
name? Okay.
What we have. Okay, honestly, the 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 only point where me and you honestly disagree at is where I have honestly pointed out the numbers to you, because the new CBA it that is about to kick in is about to make it back again, where the owners keep the bulk of the money and the players about to get shitted on again, where they're not sharing the money across the board again. The players are now about to get shitted on again, and the money is about to start going back to the owners.
Shout
The
out to
the 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 contract, when it comes to the line share of the money, like it's being shared now with the players, is not about to be shared across the board anymore.
You ain't lying because
So
the new
at this
CBA they can't have number 2 max players.
right, so that's is where me and you are disagreeing, because I'm looking and researching the contracts. So you can't have the trio teams no more,
No.
and the line share split isn't there anymore. So that's why me and you are disagreeing,
The
because
only
I'm
benefit,
looking at the numbers.
and look how they made it up to them. The only thing they benefited from that new CBA is they could buy stock into the WNBA now.
Right. So
That's it.
that's why me and you are disagreeing so much. So if I'm looking at the numbers and looking at the contracts, and that's why I lean on Purple Baby for what I'm not researching. I lean on her so much because she is researching, and I lean on her so hard
mm,
because I love that she is researching where I don't have to chance to research. You dig what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nobody ain't trying to take them contracts. Not
Hey,
from
No,
the
listen, but ain't
Tyler.
nobody been trying to take
Man, Tyler
Jordan
Hero
Poole
injured.
contract, and guess
Man,
what they had to
Tyler
do with
Hero.
that?
You throwing Tyler Hero out there? That boy value
no,
No,
going
no.
no, you
So
down,
but
man.
but see, Sky, you gotta throw him in there because you got a match salary. You can't just trade a player
But if
and say, give me
I
three
get what you
trash ass
saying,
players with
panic.
trash
No
ass
panic.
contracts.
No panic. I'm not knocking what you saying. The problem is if we rebuilding, do we want to pay him that type of money?
I mean, you gotta think about it. If they keep them, they still paying more money. You know what I mean? So at this point, it's like, why not?
No. I'm not
Sky,
saying
he's
what
not
you.
looking at the numbers though.
Not just that. Not just that. I'm not saying you wrong. Trade them. No panic. When I'm telling you, if they do decide, hey, we gonna trade them, it's not gonna be to those 2 teams. That's what I'm saying. Like, no.
Oh no.
Basically,
I mean, if that's the case,
basically, what I'm
we ain't
saying.
got an
Look,
argument. I just saying like it can
no.
be
This
done.
what
You don't
I'm
got to
saying.
give up your whole core to get them
No,
from
this what
Miami.
Dame trying to do. Like I told you, he's trying to use reverse psychology, and this what I mean by that, right? He already know. He's saying, "Hey, why I'm gonna get up and leave? My family been here. I've been here all these years to go to another bad team because that's all the contract gonna get him. Another bad team.
I mean,
Okay,
that's kind of why he
watch
said the
this,
Nets,
Sky.
because the Nets can give up a bunch of first round picks and a couple of players. But I mean, shit, who are those couple of players? Would it be a sign and trade with Cam Johnson? And you know, McCall don't want to get rid of his homeboy. He just said he hope his homeboy get a big contract.
Who?
If that's said again,
What team you talking about?
Brooklyn. Because he said the 2 teams he won't go to is Brooklyn or Miami.
Because that's what he's trying to push.
Yeah, but
Brooklyn.
that's why he's
Look,
saying if he go
listen
to
what I'm saying.
Brooklyn, they're gonna have
Brooklyn.
to pay Cam Johnson big money and send him over to Portland anyway. So why not get Tyler Hero, who a more tooled player than Cam Johnson, who he
No,
can
I
he can
take
play
Cam
defense to a certain
Johnson.
extent. He can shoot.
I take Cam Johnson round. You crazy?
I mean,
Tyler
no, I
Hero
ain't saying he
injured
trash,
prone.
but I mean, shit.
No,
If
Tyler Hero
I
injured.
gotta go
I'm
ahead.
going younger. And I'm going with the youth and the healthiest person.
I mean,
Tyler Hero been
Hero
hurt,
younger
man.
than your boy.
Man, Tyler Hero always hurt. His body not young,
No,
man.
that's cool. If you trying to go, but if you trying to say who you would take either or, that's cool. All I saying is either way you go, you got money got to come back for them.
No, we
So
know
and you
that.
got to
We
match the
know that.
contract.
But look, I was looking clean players, Brooklyn. That's the best. That's why he threw that out there. Brooklyn is the best team that he could go to. That basically a contender that could pay him. Being honest with you, That's
Yeah,
why he
and they
threw
got
that
the
out there.
assets to move without having to move a key player. I mean, they can move. Like I said, Cam Johnson, the only player I can think of who he a free agent right now. Pay him the money, send him for Dame, and you probably got to throw Finney Smith in there with him and a couple of first round picks. I mean, would you give that up for Dame? I don't think they're playoff. I don't think they're a championship winning team if he go to Brooklyn.
How many more years Ben Simmons got on his contract?
I think this is last season. They about to offload that shit like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Why he making
Let,
jokes about Poland?
Portland not gonna take
man, yeah,
Ben Simmons.
let Portland take him though. That'll be the smartest move just to get rid of the money. 1 year pay him, boom, we fresh.
Portland
Boom.
not gonna take him.
Man, this
Portland
what I'm
not gonna
saying.
take him.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even man, Portland. If I was Portland, it's just me. I take him and John Wall him.
Portland
That's
not
all
gonna
you
take
got to
him.
do.
But see, that's
Huh?
more money you saying, and they ain't go, if they already don't want. I know they don't want Ben Simmons, and
Man,
their
you
mind,
see,
just like
even
how you
this
say.
what I'm saying.
No,
Y'all
hold on.
look.
Let me say it real quick. You 100% right about the John Wall situation. That's what I would do with Ben. But you got to remember, Ben got a contract with him, and you gonna want more assets. Cam Johnson, a free agent, so he got to be resigned to be sent. I need
This what I'm
something that's
saying. This
Portland
what
to
I'm
say.
saying.
Go
No,
ahead.
you ain't get what I'm saying. If we rebuilding, right? Just to match the money, give me the picks and give me Ben Simmons. When Ben Simmons get over
Hold
here,
on.
Ben Simmons, your service is no longer needed. You could go home to next year.
Right.
He been doing it all the other years, and we gonna make this sound sweet. When we send you home, our fans gonna know you been sent home too. So they are not expecting nothing else. They gonna know we're in full rebuild mode.
Yeah, but how long do you? My bad. How long do you think a rebuild actually take? It don't take 2-3 years. A real rebuild takes about 5 years.
This what I'm
Because you ain't
saying.
rebuilding to be a playoff team. You
This what
rebuilding
I'm
to
saying.
go ahead.
This what I'm saying. You ain't listening to what I'm getting at.
No, I hear you. I just don't see the logic.
We don't know the 5 years because we just trying to get off Dame money. That's all.
Yeah. But
you looking at it
say that now, when you say that, you got to remember the report saying that they trying to keep them. So if you trying to keep them, that means you don't mind the $50 million.
Man,
so when you keep bringing up the money and offloading,
we giving a scenario, man.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, if you throw in that and say, okay, they trying to offload the money, that's a variable we already know that they don't mind keeping the money. So we can't throw that in there and say if they trying to offload the money. It's not about offloading for them. What they're trying to do, they're trying to either bull around them or restart from scratch. But neither one of them making a decision on it right now.
But that's not even a scenario because right now they're trying to save face. Actually, they're trying to save face not just in Portland. They actually trying to save face in Chicago too, because with both of the contracts, they're trying to save face with Zach LaVine and with Dame. In both
Zach
of the
LaVine.
scenarios.
And listen, somebody come at me with that same scenario. I say Zach out the door. I don't fuck with Zach. Zach is empty stats walking.
No, in both scenarios, because both of the contracts are similar money.
Yeah, I can see that though. I can see them trading thing for Dame, but Dame ain't trying to go to Chicago.
Man, this is what I'm saying.
No, it's not that Dame is trying to go to Chicago. The contracts are both heavy money wise. So both of the scenarios are similar. It's not that neither player is trying to leave.
Man, the point I'm getting at is for anybody right now, the best scenario for them to be competitive, Zach LaVine or either Damian Lillard, based off their contracts, is to get over there in Brooklyn, which who could take that up. Now, how they do it is on how they do it.
That's all they got to do. The Bulls want to move off Zach LaVine, and the Portland want to move off Damian Lillard.
Somebody gonna have to take. Somebody gonna have to take mental bend, bro.
The NBA
somebody gonna have to. This is what I'm saying.
Add a third. I want to see add a third team. There's a team that just like in the Jordan Poole trade.
Man, you
gotta have a team that's willing to
NBA
say,
is gonna have to help.
I'll handle y'all dirty trash that y'all don't want, but why go and do them for? Well, we'll send your first round pick with them. Okay, cool. We'll do it for that.
Man, the
That's a
NBA is gonna
1-1.
have to help the same way the NBA helped the first time. The NBA is gonna have to help this time
Man, that's what
because
I'm saying. And the NBA also gonna say, man, to unload that money, somebody gotta take mental Ben, bro. Somebody gotta take him.
Yeah, you got two types of teams right now. You got the team that's trying to prepare for the CBA, and you got the teams that's saying fuck the CBA. We going for a chip the next 2 years, so we ain't care the ramifications.
Man,
no,
that's
the
what I'm saying.
NBA helped both times.
No, we
I
already
don't
know.
see. I
Nah,
guess me
nah.
and you
We
separate
not
on that
about to do
conversation
that.
when you say
Look,
NBA helping and all that.
we not about to do that. This why we not about to do that because we already know the teams that's going for the chips. The ones that all the veterans loading up on. We already know what teams them is. What I'm telling you is, where else he could go? Dame, probably what on Milwaukee because oh boy opt out his stuff. But the question is, you send him over there with Middleton. Middleton, he free agent, so y'all don't have to pay him, but y'all can take that. But what y'all gonna send them people back? Is the question.
He it is not it is still short. If he goes to Milwaukee, the money's still short, and you're short by 20. You're still
No,
short by
we know
20
they're gonna
Well,
million.
send.
no, you
We
ain't
know
you
they're
ain't got
gonna
an
send.
exact match. You got to come to
No, they're gonna
with
send
I
some
think
picks,
within like a
man.
10% call or some shit like that.
Yeah,
No,
they're gonna send some
no,
picks. They're gonna
no.
send
You
some
you
picks.
you you will have to send money consideration,
And not
No, they
just
don't.
that.
They ain't got to do all that.
cash
Like,
Yeah,
consideration, cash
not just that. And let's
consideration.
think about it. If they send picks, you sending Dame over there to Milwaukee. That's why I say. That's why I say what I say. You gonna wind up on a bad team anyway. You send them over there with some picks, right? Milwaukee with Giannis, as long as Giannis over there, they ain't gonna get no good picks.
But you would still have to send
yeah,
cash consideration. You still would have to send cash consideration to
no, I don't. But
Milwaukee.
see, that's the thing about it. Cash consideration is like that's when you want something of value that you can't necessarily give up. Players for. So like, if you want to draft pick, it's like, oh, we'll send you a player on a certain minimum or whatever in
No,
cash
no,
considerations.
Milwaukee will have to send cash consideration to Portland.
Man, listen, that's
They
that's
send
that's the
Dame.
no. I
They
get
send
it. Go ahead.
Portland send Dame.
Uh,
Milwaukee will have to send cash consideration to Portland.
no, they don't.
Oh my God, the money don't match.
Listen, if somebody's making $30 million, right, and I need to trade for him, the player that I trade from that have to make 30 million themselves. It can be a combination of a player making 10 million plus two other players that equal another 15 million. As long as you with that like a 10-15% collar of a
You
contract,
right?
you
And
can
the
make
pick,
that trade.
and the pick,
They do
send
that
them
all the
pick,
time.
send a pick, or
It's
send
not an
two
exact
picks.
match when they say match the contract.
Yeah, send like two picks and probably what a player
Yeah, look
based
at
off
Chris
of what the
Paul and
money.
Chris Paul and your boy trade. They ain't matching contract. Chris Paul getting 30. Your boy probably getting a little bit under 30, like 25. Jordan
So you
Poole.
want players from Milwaukee? So you want players from Milwaukee instead
No,
of
no, it's
cash
not about what I want
consideration?
from Milwaukee. What I'm saying is, if they've signed it, because they gonna have to sign a new contract with Middleton for a couple of years. Let's say they give Middleton $20 million. No, not 20 a year. Let's say he get 25 million a year. He don't have to. They can
Actually,
trade him
hold
for
up.
Dame. Hold on, they can trade him for Dame. They may have to throw an extra player, and that means giving another player that probably do money. Give him a little more than he actually worth for what he been about to get anyway, and you add the contracts up. And
Yeah,
as long as it's between a certain percentage of each other of the contracts that's being traded, they good to go. It don't have to be 56 million going for 56 million. It can be like 40 million going for 56 million.
No, no, no. I was looking up Middleton exactly when y'all was ta-
military
ta-
opt out, so he ain't
Yeah,
even.
he opt out.
Yeah,
yeah,
He don't even got to sign to
I,
do a sign
I,
trade. He can
I,
just go.
I
Nope.
pulled him up exactly for that because I wanted to see what was he unrestricted and all the rest of that, and I wanted to see because when y'all was bringing him up, I was like, that don't sound right. And the more y'all kept talking about it, I was like, no, that don't sound right. And he he's not even on their books. And I was double checking that specifically because y'all kept going into it, and I thought y'all was doing the scenario.
Nah, that's
And
why I said he could bring him over there and add a player. I ain't say trade Militant over there. That's why I said that. He opened the books for
Yeah. Like if Dame and the Irish get the free agent right now, he can just walk over to Milwaukee because they don't have Middleton on the books.
him. Right.
So if I got to trade for Middleton with Dame, you got to think about it. I got to pay a player that I didn't necessarily want just to get off a player that I trying to trade. So the value going, you know what I mean? The value going to be different because I still got to pay Chris Middleton at the end of the day. So I would say when Dame get
so
traded, they don't have to give up a bunch. Nobody got to give up a bunch to give up Dame. Because
Man, they could
whoever
give
they saying they're going to give them more money than they
man, they
deserve
could give
anyway.
up somebody like Porter. And this is just an
Yeah.
example. Porter with the other dude, the LaShaw white guy.
Connaughton or Grayson Allen.
Yeah, Grayson Allen
so you
and
gotta give up. So you would have to give up
two
a
picks.
core to get Dame over there.
No, no, two
Huh?
picks. Oh, you gonna give up something? That's what I'm saying. Based off the money,
That's not really a core because their
you gonna
core
have to
is
give up.
Giannis,
That's why.
Drew. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
and then they had Dame over there. So playing
Like today's
heavy minutes.
NBA league,
Mm-mm,
So
what they want to
mm-mm,
do is we get our
mm-mm,
two stars and let's build around them. So if you got Dame and you got Giannis,
mm-mm.
and then now Drew can move back to the two, he ain't got to play the point no more by the fact though.
exactly.
So you kind of improving your roster by bringing Dame in twofold. So it ain't about giving up a Coca. Grayson Allen ain't been a big core player. They got Pat Connaughton. You know what I mean? Like when you got a team
Nah,
like that, veterans will come for the last to come play with teams like that.
Exactly.
So they ain't gonna never have to worry about giving up a core as long as they got Giannis and Dame.
that
And they still got Holiday over there.
Yeah.
that no, that that'll never no that no that'll never that trade will never go through.
I mean, I don't know if they ever gonna go through. I just saying like,
No, we
That
giving scenarios. We ain't
yeah,
saying it's gonna go through. We just giving scenarios if that's what they wanted to do. See, you looking at it being actually done. Like, nah, we don't think. I wouldn't even make that trade with them based off of the contract with Dan. But what I'm
yeah,
saying is that all I'm speaking on, if he wanted to go to a competitive team, there's only two teams that's compatible over there in the East. That based
okay. Well, I'm gonna
off
mute
of
myself and I'm
the
gonna let y'all talk. Okay,
what type of
okay. I'm
team
gonna mute myself and I'm gonna let y'all talk. Okay, all right.
based off the team he said the type of team he wanted to go to, which is Milwaukee and Brooklyn. That's the only two teams out there that'll be competitive. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. But I don't think Dame trying to leave, man. Dame like to make money on a losing team, looking like the good guy, looking like the dude who gave it all and all that shit. Like he listen, I don't think Dame trying to win. I think all this is a much ado about nothing. I think the organization want to move off him, but he ain't bring no championships like Kobe for them to be like, okay, even though we know you kind of passed your prime or past your time, we still gonna pay you X amount of dollars because you can't like Dame ain't trying to win.
Man, I think they passed their limit, man. When they got rid of CJ, they should have got rid of him too, man.
Yeah, like
That's what they
that's
year to
crazy.
rebuild right
Yeah.
there. That's what
Yep.
they year to rebuild right there.
Yep. Now they down, wait till they down. Shit, they ain't even got no pieces outside of Dame. Like they pick up Scoop, but it's like, shit. I know, man.
They about to lose Grant, so
Hey, listen, and that's why I say if they re-sign Grant, that gotta be like, I know, man. Like I said, if you a Portland fan out there, bro, like I don't feel sorry for y'all, but it's like that's crazy. Them and the Bows, it's like, bruh,
man,
look
Grant
at
gonna
the
be
bigger picture.
right there. He going to either the Bulls or he going to Orlando and get the money. If he choose Orlando, it's to rape them for their money, man.
Yeah.
That's it, man. The people Orlando on the treadmill, man. Orlando on the treadmill, Detroit on the treadmill.
Mhm.
They just drafting players to get rid of them when they get good. Like they don't hold on to none of their talent, man.
Mhm. I say like when people be looking at Rebos, like them shit take a while. Like you ain't gonna always hit on 3 or 4 years in a row of picks or whatever. Like you got to build a team with young players, and while they young and before they get the contract, then you got to start trying to figure out like, okay, which one of these gonna be our core players who we can just this who we keeping, and we gonna fill up the roster around them.
I think it's based off the top 5 picks. They try to wait till they get in that top 5 pick and say, hey, this is the player we gonna build around. That's what they do. I'm telling you. Once they get in that top 5 margin, if you pay attention.
But them players ain't coming no more. Like you ain't getting the top 5 where 3 or 4 out of the 5 gonna be franchise players you build around. It's like I forget who said the other day, like I think even Rico, like these top picks, top 2, 3, 4 picks or whatever, maybe the first pick might be like a player like Wemby. You can build around them, but like once you start getting like to the Brandon Millers and the Scooters, like they could very well be role players in 3 to 4 years and for the rest of their career.
But you gotta
Like
understand,
you don't really expect them to be the carrying the team player no more.
No panic. I agree with you, but the problem with that situation is who make the team is what narrative they pushing for the player.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So they can make that player look good as good as they want him to look. That don't mean he good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like who the NBA want to push that narrative around. Because to me, I might sound harsh when I say this, but to me, man, they show Dame when he hit the big shots, but man, Dame miss a whole lot of them.
Yeah.
They don't say nothing about that.
Yeah.
So not that Dame value high, but nobody talk about when he take the bad shots. He ain't nothing but a Trae Young.
And he don't even play most of the season. Like last couple of years, he been shutting the shit down. Like
that's what I'm trying to tell you. So
you don't talk about how much he make the big man that he played with work even harder because of the liability. Like they don't talk about a lot of them shit. That's why I say like you 100% right. Like if you get drafted high and the NBA want to push a narrative, like even like, and I fuck with Lamelo Ball, but put Lamelo Ball on a team that got like aspirations for some shit. Let's see if he still beat that player.
He's not. That's the point I'm getting at. He's not gonna be that player. If you put him on a good team, he wouldn't even have the ability to show what he could do.
Right.
His success built off the team he went to. And I tell people that all the time. And I'm not saying he's a bad player. What I'm saying is if he would have been on a good team, man, some of the bone stuff, his stuff he do and make it look good, he wouldn't be able to do that, man.
Yeah.
He go to Pop in the Spurs, man. Pop ain't doing that, man. Pop gonna get rid of him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, he make it look good, though. But they losing. Like, you could do that when you losing. Like,
yeah, it's kind of like you said earlier, like with when you put players in certain systems, like they gotta fit what the coach trying to run. The better they fit for that coach's system, the better they look as a player. So like I said, like hey, early like Ja Morant, you put him in Steph role and say go do exactly what Steph do. Ja Morant gonna look like he don't need to be in the league. Like he's just an athletic person. Like he just saying he can't shoot, he can't come off no damn screens, he can't hit the mid range, he can't do a lot of the shit Steph do. But when you tell him, okay, no, we ain't want you to just go downhill, he look amazing as fuck.
That on that one, I have pushback and I'll say this. On this, I normally I normally do not touch this topic on this family at all. I normally run away from this topic of this family, but it was the number one cheerleader of this family that is a marketing genius that helped market this family, that helped the Hornets organization when it came to the marketing dollars that saved them on marketing, that helped the organization and helped the son. But when it came to on the court, it was the emergence of Bridges and his defense that
We
turned into offense.
we knew that already. You saw that last year. Without Bridges,
No, 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 not no, no, not last year. Not last year. It didn't show last year. It showed the year before last year. The reason why it did not show last year is because Bridges was not there last year.
nah, Bridges the one. Bridges carried that team, man.
But Bridges was not there last year,
That's
Sky.
why they wasn't nothing.
Right.
Getting that. Bridges carried them.
But the year before, no, it was a combination of both of them. But that with Bridges not being there last year showed that they need each other. They really do need each other. Now with Bridges coming back off of the off of this suspension and how they move going forward is going to tell a lot. How did he continue to put in the work of not being on the team after a whole season with the addition of Miller and Miller's partner um Smith, because Miller Smith also played in Bradley's Bill Lil League, and they was teammates. So they had um a prior teammates, and Miller and Lamelo also have a prior friendship.
Man, all y'all saying all that sound good, man. We all
No, I'm saying
Charlotte Hornets is on a treadmill too, bro. They just gonna keep riding that treadmill till Lamelo say I'm leaving. I don't see them people getting good no time soon, no time good. Or Miles Bridges say he leaving.
no, I'm saying they're on a time clock. I'm saying they're on a time clock. I say all that just to say they're on a time clock, and they do have a short window. I'm not giving them a wide open window. I'm saying they're on a short window.
You gotta understand. Every time they draft a player and put the expectations up there, that's another 4 years that they set back.
No, no,
Every
I'm not giving them 4 windows, bro. I mean 4 years, bro. I'm not doing that. Bro. I'm not doing that. I'm
All
I'm
right. If
honestly
you're not
not doing
doing
that.
that, if you're not doing that, answer this question for me. If you're not doing that,
What you got? What
when
you
they
got?
gon- when are they going to get a player that push them over the top?
If they don't have it
You
by
got to
next,
understand. You got to understand. Hold
wait,
on.
wait, wait. No, no, hold on. You asked me a question. Let me answer that question before you ask me another one. Don't do me a no panic. Let me answer the first question first. If they don't do it by the next draft, or if they don't do it by free agency or by the next draft, Houston, we have a problem. Now ask me the next question, sir.
So since you say it's not 4 years, right? We all know they ain't bring their vet in. They ain't make no trees yet. But we know free agency don't start till next month. The point I'm getting at is you sitting up here telling me they got Brandon Miller and you just saying Brandon Miller gonna push him, a rookie gonna push him over the edge?
I named two rookies.
No, you ain't listening to what I'm saying. So you, even if it's two rookies, you think the rookie's gonna push him over the edge? And you got on the Celtics out there, you got on Miami out there, you got based off the teams they gotta play. You think them two rookies gonna push them over the edge?
I'm thinking I'm thinking with these two rookies, and I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, the slim chance that they will be able to get someone in free agency at the power forward position. Slim chance that they can get at least one power forward in free agency So they will fall short slightly of the play-in. So then the next draft, cause I ain't gonna lie, they fucked up and didn't draft that boy from Kentucky. And I'm gonna be honest, they fucked up and didn't draft that boy from Kentucky, that power forward that they should have gotten. And I don't know how they fucked that up. The power forward they needed, they should have drafted him out of Kentucky, but they didn't. They let him go back to Kentucky, which is one they needed, and then they could have got one in free agency, and then they still would have fell short of the play-in, but they would have been closer, and then they would have drafted the next one, and then they would have been a playoff contender, I feel. Then
So
I would have felt
but
I would have felt better about them.
listen to what you saying though. How many times they been in the play-in already?
Not since Alonzo Mourning and
The play-in been
Grandmama.
No, they been in the play-in 2 seasons in a row.
I'm about to tell you that the play-in ain't been around that long. It's the third year right here, the play-in, right? So they've been in there, what, two years already, right? And you said giving them another 2 years at the play-in before they ready for the playoffs, right?
I said not since Alonzo Mourning and Grandmama.
And we talking about, you say the play-in. You say they need to go get one more player for the play-in. Listen to what you saying. So so now you didn't put like 3 years on his 3 more years on
No, I did not put years. No, I did not put years.
I'm not saying you technically putting years. I'm speaking in that word years because you said 2 more play-ins, right?
No. Quote me and no. Sky. Quote me and quote me right. No,
But
quote me.
Tell me what you said. I just heard what you said.
I said that I literally just stated, bro. Real talk.
Yeah.
I said.
He double talking him. I know.
No. I literally just stated. I don't see how they fuck up. Let that dude from Kentucky that they should have drafted, the power forward, they didn't draft him. They let him go back to Kentucky, who they needed. They should have drafted him, but they did not. I said if they would have drafted him, they would have been closer, but they did not. If they would have drafted him, but they did not, which would have put him closer, but with not drafting him. So with not drafting him, I hope they get a power forward in free agency, but they're still going to fall short from the play-in. So they're out this year, right?
That's 2 years. That's 1 year contract.
No, that's this year. That's this year.
All right.
Hey, what you mean by they let him go back to Kentucky? What you mean by that?
Because he was able to go back to Kentucky. He was able to go back to Kentucky.
But you gotta go back to school before the draft even.
No. He was able to go back to Kentucky. No, he was able to go back to Kentucky.
Yeah, he did that before the draft happened, though.
No, he went through the draft. He went through the draft. He was not drafted. Bruh. He was the only.
You can't not get drafted and then go back to college.
Big brother. Big brother. He honestly went through the draft. And it shocked the fuck out of me too. He honestly went through the draft all the rounds, and he's gonna go back to Kentucky. It shocked the fuck out of me.
You
too.
Can't do that. You can't do that.
I think he going through the draft process and then pulled out of the draft before he started.
No, he went through all the rounds, and he's gonna wind up back at Kentucky.
If you enter the draft, you can't go back to college,
Kentucky. Bro. He's gonna be back.
No,
at Kentucky.
You can't do that. Yo, do y'all hear what this nigga saying, man?
He's back at Kentucky.
Right.
I bet you $1,000. I bet you $1,000 right now. I bet you $1,000 right now. I bet you $1,000 right now.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Flight.
Let's
Flight.
do it.
Flight. Put it in the chat right now. Put it in the chat right now.
Bet it.
Put it in the chat right now.
They did change some rules up for draftees, and I know there's one draft player. He going through the process, going through the workouts, but he pulled up before the draft.
Put it in the chat
Nah,
right now.
he's saying he went through. He's
I don't
saying
know.
Flight.
The brother's saying he went through the draft rounds, and now he's going back to Kentucky. Let's bet that money.
Yes.
Yeah, that do sound crazy, but at the same
this
time, they did change the draft rules. I just don't
Man,
know.
once you,
Yeah,
man,
but
once you give up, I ain't want to say nothing, but
Right.
once you give up your,
Right.
once you enter the
Right.
draft, man, you giving up your
Now.
scholarship, man. You can't get that back.
Because remember
Right
now,
now.
the only reason why they used to let them pull out before is because the agent thinks signing an agent, but since they got NIL deals now, you can make money before you become a pro. It would stand to believe that you can go through the draft, not be drafted, and
Put
decide
it in the
go
chat, Bo.
back.
Put
But
it in the
I just
chat, Bo.
don't know. That
Put
shit
it in the
sound
chat,
crazy.
Bo. Put it in the chat, Bo. Put it in the chat. I just did. Put it in the chat, Bo. Put it in the chat. You on the panel? Put it in the chat, Bo. Put it in the chat, Bo.
But
Put
you
it
trying
in
to
the
get
chat,
away.
Bo.
You trying to
Put
get
it in
away.
the chat, Bo.
You trying to
Put
get
it
away
in the.
from my
Hold
question.
on, Sky. Hold on, Sky. Put it in the chat, Bo.
Damn, I gotta
Put it in the chat,
look
Bo.
that up real quick.
Put it in the chat, Bo. Put your money where your ass is. Put it in the chat, Bo.
Put it on live for PS5.
Put it in the chat, Bo. Put your money where your ass is.
Look, you ain't never answered that question though. You trying to get off that question.
Hold on, Sky.
Man,
Hold
y'all
on,
gonna put
Sky.
each other in,
Hold on,
man.
Sky.
Man, you know how many bets
Hold-
been made on here,
hold
man.
on,
People don't
Sky.
pick people.
Hold on, Sky. I got you, Shite. I got you, Shite. Put it in the chat, Bo.
Oh, no panic.
Yeah.
You see, you trying to duck that question, but I'm still loaded for him. How many seasons they take before you think they make the playoffs? Is the question.
Hold on. I got you, Shite. Hold on. I got you, Shite.
No
I got
panic. We got a rack on the line. No panic.
I'm waiting for him to put
Man,
it in the chat.
we've been on here. We've been on here so many times and watch people put money on the line and don't pay them. We don't worry
I
about
know,
that.
man. I know, but I
Yeah, we don't
gotta
even
have
worry.
some. I gotta have
Put
something to
it
hang
in
over
the
this nigga
chat,
head.
man. Put it in the chat, man.
Put what in the chat?
What the dude name is, man?
Man.
Let's do is Google the dude name. It'll tell you right now who won and who lost. You don't got to wait the next year.
What you
It's
trying to
gonna
figure
tell
out?
you.
Hold on.
What you trying to figure
pull
out?
up something that's not. I mean, y'all want the answer now, or y'all want to bet real quick before I say them?
That's all you got
Put
to
it in
do.
the chat, man.
You don't got to wait the next year on nothing like that, man. If he went back, they're gonna say he went back. He drafted. He didn't enter the draft. He went back. It's gonna say he wasn't.
That's why I said I don't want to try to fuck nobody money up. So if y'all trying to bet, I mean, go ahead and bet. I
Man,
got
put
the
it in
answer.
the chat, man.
No panic. You got the answer.
Yeah, I got looking at it right now.
I told you. It's right there.
Put it in the chat, man.
Now
But
go ahead and say the answer, man. This nigga ain't betting nothing.
I put mine. I put.
You saying
Like,
put them
hold
in
the
the
money.
chat?
Put it
Put
in
them
the
in the
chat.
chat basically mean like put them in the back channel chat so it could be agreed upon. So and whoever lose, there ain't no going back saying, oh yeah, no, he ain't betting or whatever.
But this the thing, the key to that. Just because you put it in the chat don't mean he gonna put it in your pocket. So
yeah, that's true. So shit.
See, I'm a man about mine. I'm staying 10 toes on mine.
Well, shit, I'm gonna say this right now. Then, since ain't nobody trying to bet them, NCAA gives players a second chance to return to school if they were not selected in the NBA draft.
Thank you.
And that's
Thank
a rule
you.
they just made. So I mean, shit, that why
Thank
it's brand
you.
new.
Ooh, he would have lost his money. Ooh, he
I ain't lying.
Thank you.
Hey, you know what?
Thank
Hey, look,
you.
I gotta say it.
Thank
Hey, hold on, I
you.
gotta say it.
Thank you.
I gotta say it.
Thank
Hey,
you.
hold on, brother.
Thank you.
You already said thank you. I'm about to talk now. So
Thank you.
I gotta say, brother, you are right. I don't know why he keeps saying thank you, y'all. I don't know why he keep doing that.
But look,
I'm trying to tell the brother he's right, and I
Answer my
acquiesce to that, but the nigga keep on saying thank you.
he trying to duck
Don't
my
call me
question.
that word, bro. Don't call me that word.
He trying to
Don't
duck
call me
my
that
question.
word, King. Don't call me that word, King.
Man,
Don't
come
call
on,
me that word.
in there,
Don't
man.
call me that word.
fussing
call me that
over
word.
internet.
Bro,
Don't
you
call me
don't got
that
to keep
word.
repeating. You don't got to keep repeating the
King,
same
don't
thing,
call me
brother.
that word. Don't
Okay,
call me
but
that
don't keep
word,
repeating
King.
the same thing.
Don't call me that word, King.
I already said okay.
So when you think Charlotte Hornets gonna make the playoffs? What year?
I I gave I give them by the second year at the most.
So
By
2 years
then,
in the
it
Lamelo,
by
2
the
years,
second ye- by
2
the
years in
second
the
year
Lamelo contract.
by the second year, if they don't make it, Houston, they got a problem because Mike been screwing them this whole time. So
It took 6 years. You saying
huh,
it took 6 years? They on the
no,
treadmill. You
no,
said you
I'm
said
I'm giving them 2 years.
2 years from now he been with the
No, no,
This
no,
is gonna be
no.
the fourth. This is gonna be the fourth
No,
year.
no, no, no. Wait.
Uh,
I'm including this season, so this is one.
so you saying 5?
Next year is two. So, cause Mike been screwing them. So if they don't make it by next year, Houston, we got a problem. Cause Mike been screwing them. I'm not making no excuses for this man. This man been horrible at drafting. This man been horrible at decision making. I'm not making no excuses for this man. This man been horrible, bro. I it, I Benson can't be horrible than this man.
This
This
what I'm
man
saying.
been horrible,
This
dude.
what I'm saying.
Horrible.
How you been horrible? Tell me how you been horrible.
With his eye for talent is trash. Ed
So
Revo's
you said
trash.
you said you saying they trash based off of
His eye for talent.
how you
His
pick
eye
them?
for talent.
You
His
can't say that, man, because John Moran could have went over there and been a bum. That's not true, man.
Nah, John
John
Morant would have turned
Morant.
it around.
Now y'all saying that based off of what he did for Memphis.
Yeah. John galvanizes the locker room.
What you said?
Actually, John Morant
John
would have been with
galvanizes the locker
us.
room and makes guys play hard.
Actually, John Morant would have been with us.
This how I know this
Yeah.
not.
We passed on John.
This
We
what
passed on John.
who y'all passed on John for?
We passed on
Nobody
John
passed on
for
John.
Zion. We
So
passed on John for
no,
John
Zion.
got picked
I
right.
thought you was a Charlotte fan. I thought you was a Charlotte fan. The point,
No,
the point I'm getting at is
I'm an LBJ fan.
you steady saying y'all steady saying, man, nobody can help the Hornets. You gonna look trash when you go over there. Sorry, you gonna
Joe,
look trash.
M-
Period.
MJ has a bad eye for talent.
See y'all putting it on MJ, man. Nah, man, them dudes, man. Nah, man, them
No,
dudes.
no. Wait. Sky. He tells he tells his scouts who not his scouts tell him who's the better person to go after. He tells his scouts not to go after that person.
This is what I'm saying. So what y'all saying? Brandon Miller a bad player?
He told the scouts not to even look at Miller.
No, he been his choice to draft Miller.
That's what I'm trying to tell them.
Hey, I've been telling them a couple of days ago. They talking about Scoot ain't been the right. But like, listen, if y'all think Jordan's so bad, so why don't have the same feeling about Brandon Miller being picked by him? Like, then he
No,
handpicked
he
him.
And look,
no at first
no panic. All that
no at
look,
first he didn't.
no panic. All that could change. Cause check this out. They keep a rebuttal. All that could change. If Brandon Miller don't play up to their part, they're gonna say he should have picked Scoot.
No.
He got a bad eye for
No.
talent. Should have picked Scoot.
I never. Wait. I never. Dex has been the one up here the whole time saying scoot.
So you said Michael Jordan?
I never said anything about Scoot.
No, what I'm saying. So you saying Michael Jordan made the right pick, right?
I was the one who saying Miller was a better pick.
So you saying Miller was the better pick, right? So how you have a bad eye for talent then?
Mm-hmm. I was trying to tell him saying shit.
The picks prior to, yes, he has
That's because it didn't work out. If them dudes made it to the collegiate level, them dudes had to have good. They just didn't pan out. You ever heard of that?
Like I said, look at Portland. If
That's
Dan
a
stay around,
whole lot
Scoop
of
might not look like a
that's
star.
a
But if
whole
Scoop
lot of
got the
not
team to
panning
himself, he
out.
might look like a star.
And you also got to look at what he was picking at. What his pick drafts was.
He was always high. Charlotte had seasons.
What you
He
mean?
was
Always high.
always high.
Like what? Like around what pick he was getting?
Outside the top 3, basically. Like outside the top 5, even. Because I mean, shit, why? Well, y'all
But
get
think about the past 3 drafts. The top 3 players been the good. Anything else, you just toss the coin in the air after the 3rd pick. Look at this year. All you could get was the 3 people that was advertised were Wembanyama. You already knew if you ain't have one, you wasn't getting him, so you could take him off the board. You got School Henderson, which to me, it's just me. They just pushed the envelope so they could have somebody else to talk about. And Brandon Miller, the dude who won the national championship. Check this
You're
out.
talking about this draft.
The dude we won. I'm just saying, all of them been like that.
What's up, fellas? What's good?
What's
Like,
up,
What's that, then, pimp?
man? Turn your radio off. You got feedback.
Yeah, shout out to Marvin. Pull up, Marvin.
In fact, hold on. I'm gonna pull up every last draft pick for Charlotte. Every last one.
Do I have a echo, guys?
Yeah,
No,
a little bit.
yeah, you do. Somebody else got an echo. That's somebody who came on.
No, that's from him.
All right,
Oh,
I'm gonna come back in on another device.
well, yeah, man. That's the key. Like y'all steady saying that we all know if you don't get the 1, 2, or 3rd pick,
Every Charlotte
everybody
draft
else
pick
is a
for the
on
last
talk.
5 years.
Huh?
Charlotte, LaMelo Ball is the only one that worked out, and that's been
Exactly.
the only top 3 pick.
And that's been the only top 3 pick. Everything else been everything else.
Seventh
Like I'm
and
gonna put
eighth
it
and
to you
all that
like
shit.
this. I'm gonna put it to you like this. This is the cut it. We got your boy Jordan Hawkins, right? He went at 14, dog. This dude won the national championship and went at 14. So they wasn't thinking that highly of him. And they got people like School Henderson that played women who played in the G League. All them they went top 2. So what's a good pick and what's not a good pick? You gambling on. If you don't have the number 1 pick, you gambling after that. Everything is gamble.
you know what though? We got to give Michael Jordan some credit because Michael Jordan always go out and do his own scouting. This time around, since it's his last time being having a stake majority on, having his fair share of the stake of the ownership. Um, I guess he wanted to make it right. Because I know, as we was talking about yesterday, if Scoop Henderson didn't get selected based off he's a Puma guy, and Michael Jordan didn't want to have 2 Puma guys on the team because you got the Lamelo Ball already as a Puma guy.
Dog cap.
And so hopefully it don't have nothing to do with that, as we was talking about yesterday. So
They ain't even that want LaMelo. Melo for all of them. They couldn't pass on him because that would have looked crazy if they did.
hey man, Lamelo was supposed to be in Golden State. We all know that. Yeah, I think you know what I'm saying. Charlotte wouldn't even be what they is if it wasn't for Lamelo Ball being over there. For us to
What are
find
they?
and all that.
That's what I'm telling you. What you mean for wise popularity? That's it. Because
That's basically that's what I'm talking about. We all know this.
I thought that what you were talking about winning. They ain't doing nothing with him over there. He living off his name right now too. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, but even when he drafted Frank Kaminsky, Frank the Tank
You talking
out of
about that guy?
Wisconsin,
Oh yeah.
his scouts told him not to even draft him.
But this what I'm saying.
Everybody told him
What
not to
pick that
draft
was?
Frank.
What pick that was?
Number 9.
All right, that's number 9, right? What player went? What player he could have choose that's still in the league right now that's doing something?
I would have to go to that year to see who was better.
Go to that year to see.
And listen, and that ain't even a talking point because Sky, you what you say is exactly what it is. After the first 2 picks in most drafts, it's a gamble. Like you don't know if a team, but like
That's
I
why I'm
said
trying
earlier,
to
like
kill him.
Scoot, like what Scoot at right now. If Scoot there without Dame, Scoot may look like a star season 1. But if he
Okay,
playing
you
with Dame,
said that.
he might
Okay,
not
but
look
you
like
saying
shit.
that. But Kemba Walker was number 9. Kemba
But
Walker
see,
was
but that's
number
why
9, and Kemba
that's a
9 was a
gamble they take.
beast.
That's a
But
gamble they
Kemba
take,
9 was a
and
beast.
that
No,
still
you
ain't
But
win
can't
that's
say
nothing.
that. Kemba
that's
9
the
was a
point
Still,
I'm
it
beast.
still ain't no win.
that's the point I'm
Hey,
getting
check
at though. That was the
Kemba 9 was a
gamble.
beast. What?
That's
No,
the
Kemba 9
gamble
was a
though.
But they
beast.
still ain't been
Look,
winning.
look what he did though. He
Kemba
went
9 wasn't no gamble. Kemba 9 was a beast.
No, when we say gamble, we talking about us. We don't know if
Come
this player
on
go.
now.
It's
Kemba
like when
9 was a
no, hold on. It's like
beast.
no, hold on. Like when Banyanga is a you look at him and you like, okay, he for sure. Even if in year 1, year 2, year 3, he gonna be a beast. Then when you get to Scoot and Brandon Miller's like, well, they seem to be good, but we don't know what they're gonna truly be in the league. That's the
hey,
gamble you taking. With
we gonna
Kimber Walker, wherever you
Oh
want to say about him
man.
being a beast, Kimber Walker ain't win shit. They ain't win no series, no
and
playoff
not just
series.
that. You gotta look. Even though he was a beast, that's what I mean with the goal. I mean,
I mean, Kemba Walker made it to the playoffs. He didn't win. He made it to the playoffs, though. We
check
got to
this
But
accept
out.
that's
He
that.
didn't get
it. One
he didn't
time.
get Kemba Walker
You know,
no help.
he
He
made
didn't
he
get
made it.
Kemba Walker no help.
This
No,
what
he
I
did.
say is a
But
He didn't
gamble
get
though.
Kemba Walker
but it's
no help.
hard to build
This what I
around a
say is a
smaller guard.
gamble though. This what I say is a gamble though. You was getting Kimber Walker undersized.
Right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, shit.
That
And
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
that's the
undersized at
point I'm
6'2".
getting
He
at.
like a 6 foot
So it's a
Kemba
undersized.
Walker,
gamble.
okay with okay. Terry Rozier undersized, and you
But you ain't asking him
he
to run the
wanted him
team.
from Boston.
But you
Th-
ain't
that-
asking him to run the team.
That's
I
what we
mean,
yes, you
getting at.
did. You
he
gave
don't got
him
the
the
skills.
money
He,
from
And
don't have the
Boston.
skills. He
you
don't have the
proving
skills like
Sky
that to run the
point.
Oh,
team.
come
All
on,
you doing is
man.
proving his point
No,
even more.
come on,
Man, we
They
all
give
know.
him
bro,
the
man.
keys
Look,
and
and he
Come
let him
on,
trying to
run
bro.
use
routes.
Cut it
Terry
out.
Rozier, right? I
Come
got a
on,
rebuttal
bro.
for him with
Come
the
on,
Terry
bro.
Rozier.
Come
All
on,
right, you
bro.
using Terry Rozier. We all know Terry Rozier was a straight coming off the bench, 6 man.
Yeah.
Come
From
on,
Boston.
bro.
Yeah,
Come
he
on,
was a
bro.
beast coming off the
Come
bench.
on, bro.
Come on,
So
man.
so that
Come
means
on, bro.
the top 5 players playing before you. That's the point I'm getting at exactly. He
Hey, man.
panned. He's just one of those players that panned out. That's all he did.
Hey, yo, but the only player I know that did that started and played off the bench that was a beast was Jamal Crawford. He played off he was a 6 man and he was also a starter and he was killing producing on both regardless of if he was coming off the bench or starting. That's one
But
of
we
the players
Mark,
I
talk.
can
what?
say.
We
That's one of
talking.
the players I can
Wait.
say.
Hold on. Mark Williams is starting to be solid. Yes, he need a little more development. Yes, Miles Bridges did start being solid when it came time for him to get paid. Then the DV charge happened. Yes, Blue, you're right. Blue, you're 100% right.
So
But this
Yes.
anybody
even with
do
Miles
anybody think Charlotte
Bridges,
gonna make the playoffs this year? That's what I need to know
man,
because
nobody
that's what
know.
you.
Everybody knows Charlotte ain't
No, they're
making
gonna fall a little short because they need a power forward and they're gonna need a backup center.
But look,
Well,
tell me if
yeah,
I'm tripping. Miles
free
Bridges
agency
was
is right around
drafted
the
by
corner.
Jordan now.
Free agency is right around the corner, guys.
And
You know,
that's and listen and making the playoffs nowadays don't really mean as much as it used to be. Because all you got to do is be as good as a 10th seed and you can sneak in. The real prize of like when you building a team nowadays and you want to get somewhere, you got to be thinking Western and the Eastern Conference Finals. Because anything, think about it, the first round, but entertaining between Golden State and Sacramento. But who gives a fuck about Sacramento? After they get put out, who gave a fuck? Once Golden State get put out, who
Actually,
gave a fuck?
a- actually, in the West right now, it's OKC, it's the Kings, the Suns. Depends on what the Lakers do. The Lakers and
There's only like
right,
6 or 7 teams in the league right now that actually playing for something.
yeah. In the
hey,
East,
If that.
in the East, besides Boston, it's pretty. It at this point depends on I actually
Boston, man, Boston in trouble. Boston in
until free
trouble.
agents happen and until free agency, I'm gonna take all my picks back. And until free agency happens, I reserve all my picks until free agency happens
Well, I
Man, listen,
because
mean,
there's only one free agent in the free agency class this year. that can change the team dramatically, and that's Kyrie, and he's staying. Nobody else the free agent, like
No,
the free agents.
Kyrie. No,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, no. Kyrie is not the make or break all because if he only stays in Dallas, he does not move any needles
But
because
that's the
Dallas
point I'm
does
trying to
not
make.
have a
He's the
complete
only
I
team.
player.
mean, I mean, he's a
No,
championship.
because
He's
Harden
a,
can go somewhere. Harden can walk. Harden is an unrestricted free agent, and he can walk on a team, and he can move a needle to a team.
he
No,
not
he
making. He
can't.
not making no needle.
What
He ain't
team?
even win the
Even
title.
even not playing
He,
defense.
he,
Even
he
not
didn't.
playing
He
defense.
didn't even win the
He
title,
can
bro.
move a
So,
needle.
you telling me James Harden can move the needle, but Kyrie can't, and you know Kyrie won a
That's why
title.
he's saying like the
Are you
disrespect to
serious?
Kyrie is
Kyrie
crazy.
is going to stay there and get his bag, and then going
No,
to
but we
complain.
just talking about if as an unrestricted free agent, we can agree that he may go back to down
Hey,
Mavs, but
I
at the
got more money
moment
on
he's an
Kyrie.
unrestricted free agent. You
I
mean to
got more
tell
money.
me James Harden moved the needle on the team more than Kyrie?
Hell no, Kyrie. I got more money on Kyrie because at least I know he gonna play. He
Yeah,
gonna play the majority of the season. If I mean, it's I mean, if
Kyrie
you
is
have
going to
off the
stay in
court,
Dallas and get his bag. That's why he's even
so
requesting a
so
change of number.
so,
no, we get that, but we just saying him being on the free agency market itself. He is the only player that can move a team, and he's going back to Dallas. So
because
at the end of the day, when you saying free agency, what's in free agency that's going to change the team, especially like Charlotte? There's nothing on the free agent market that's going to help Charlotte. Charlotte needs to continue their rebuild. That's why
I'm not.
that's the only bad thing about
I'm
the
not.
play-in.
Y'all think I'm helping her for Charlotte? I'm
No.
freaking
I ain't
not
saying that you
helping her for
I'm not saying that
Charlotte.
you I'm not saying that you What I'm saying is when you bring up free agency, you talking about it as if there's players on that market that's going to change the team.
They have power forwards and centers that are available that
Okay,
can
give me
help
some. Give
certain
me some.
teams.
Give me some.
You Kenny Olenek. Olenek is a restricted free agent.
And even if he
So
was, he's just a rotational player. He wouldn't help Charlotte.
the
I mean,
center
if
for
I shooting go, he can shoot three. I mean, that's
the
about
ex
it.
center for Chicago. The ex,
Oh, Tony Bradley,
no
Gafford.
the the ex starting center for
He getting all
Chicago.
players, teams that didn't.
You talking about marketing? You talking about marketing? Lower marketing?
No,
Is a white
I
guy
think
or black guy?
no, I think he's a Russian.
Who a chick?
Marketing is only one. Oh, you talking about the other guy? I don't know if I
Lopez.
heard him.
No, not
It
Lopez.
ain't Calabrinas. I don't know where the hell he is. I ain't heard see him in a minute. So, who you said? Wait,
He's an unrestricted free agent.
And he
you
played
talking
for them
about?
this year.
Yeah,
Uh,
he played for Chicago this year.
A
We
white
talking
center
about
that played for
Vooch,
Chicago.
man.
You talking about Vooch?
I ain't talking about Vooch. No, Vooch is still over there with the
Man,
Bulls.
Vooch ain't about
No,
to
no,
change nobody
no,
fucking
no.
locker room.
He's an unrestricted free agent.
Well, he ain't going nowhere, man. Vooch come back to Chicago. He know what he gonna do? Go to Orlando, and
No,
they gonna put Paula, they gonna put him back on
he
the
can
bench.
go.
Nah,
He
shit, come
can
on,
go
man.
to a contender right now. He's an unrestricted free agent.
man. They
Yeah,
gonna
So
but he
get
got to
And
get
check
somebody.
paid
this.
money. Like
who
he
he
may
going to?
not put up
Lakers?
the numbers that he's supposed to, but he's still worth something on the market.
Man, they got people
Charlotte
like
gonna give up money to get
Obama,
him.
man. They got people
Huh?
like Obama in free agency. That's somebody y'all gonna get. He don't help push no needle.
Yeah, like
Why
come
you
on.
don't?
Who Vujicic?
No,
Why doesn't he push a needle?
we talking about Mobamba.
Who?
Mobamba.
You talking about
He
when
said
he helped?
No,
Mobamba
not
pushing the needle.
Mobamba.
You know
What
my
he
bomber?
saying?
I say Chicago.
Talking about
That
in
dude, ain't,
Chicago.
that dude going to a contender. That dude ain't about to play with y'all. That's what I'm getting at. That dude ain't about to play with them.
I say he was the starting center for Chicago.
I know.
I
He's
know,
an
but I asking you.
unrestricted free
You say they got
agent.
power forwards and centers that Charlotte can go out there and get, and I
I didn't
asking you who.
say I didn't see I once again I didn't say fucking Charlotte.
Bruh, listen to yourself. I asked you who can Charlotte get
Oh
on the free
my
agency
god.
market. You said they
I
got centers
didn't
and
say
power
shit
forward.
about
I asked you to
Charlotte.
name them. You
Question.
naming them.
The question was Charlotte, not about
Yeah,
who.
like what are you
No,
talking
I
about?
didn't say shit about Charlotte,
But the
bro.
conversation is Charlotte, and I asked you directly, who can
No, I
Charlotte
didn't
get to
say
help
shit
them?
about Charlotte.
But
bro,
I
once
get that.
again,
I
I
asked you
didn't
a
say
question
nothing
though.
about Charlotte.
I asked you a question about Charlotte and who they can get.
Well,
You said they
yeah,
got
yeah.
plenty of
I
power forwards and
mean,
centers.
who can Charlotte get? Who can help Charlotte out though? I
Because you
mean, that
keep
was
saying it's free agency class. And I
right.
asked you which one of these free agents that can help Charlotte. You said they got plenty of power forwards and centers. I'm asking you, well, who are there? You naming them, and when I tell you they can't help Charlotte, you just basically turn the subject to, oh no, I'm not talking about Charlotte. I'm
No,
talking
I
about
never
the
said
contender.
nothing about. No,
But what I'm but
I
okay, so
didn't.
you
I
need to
didn't say
so you
nothing
need
about
to listen to the
Charlotte.
question.
We was talking about a variety team. We was talking about Chicago and Charlotte. Who can help? Who need the help? I mean, that's just keep it a buck, man. It
Yeah, so
ain't
if you
no.
Oh,
don't think nobody in free
y'all
agency can
talking
help
about
Charlotte,
Charlotte.
then what
Oh,
Man,
Sky been saying, but right, they're gonna take a couple of years.
they're gonna take about 3 years, not no
Yeah.
2, about 3.
I don't know. Since Lonzo ain't gonna be available for the Bulls
wait,
this season,
Man, look,
he's
look.
gonna take Chicago. Chicago right
They'll
there.
tell
Making
you,
it for
they'll
playoffs
tell
this
you as
year.
much as I hate the Bulls, right? The Bulls got a better chance of pulling together than Charlotte right
I
now.
mean, yeah,
Wait.
right.
Yeah.
Let me get on y'all page because I wasn't even thinking about Charlotte. I was talking about contenders. So hold on, let me get on y'all page because
Contender.
I was never talking about Charlotte.
Hey, hey,
I was talking about contenders.
hey, y'all
Okay,
already know.
so let me ask you this then. Since we just talking about contenders, so
Okay.
by you saying you talking about the contenders, right? So you're trying to say
Yeah.
none of these power forwards and centers would help Charlotte at all? That's what you're saying?
No, that I was talking about who would what when like when I talk about unrestricted free agents, meaning unrestricted free agents who would be willing to go to other that will have the choice, that will want to go to contenders in order to go contend for a ring.
Okay,
So
cool. We I got that. What I'm asking you now was from the free agent class this year, which one would help push the needle for Charlotte?
well the main one he just signed for 43. So hold on, I'm pulling them up right now. I'm actually pulling them up exactly right now.
You don't even got to do it. I'm telling you, nobody.
Um,
No, they got to hope them dudes get better, man. That's the.
Hey man, let's be honest. Let's be honest about something though. Charlotte is not a team for development. They need NBA already made talent ready. I mean, they don't know how to develop players over there. They're like a place like Miami. They develop them players over there.
That's not
Their
true.
coach is different. I mean,
That's not true. I'm gonna tell you why that's not true. For
hey,
one,
look at James Booknight. He ain't developed, but they didn't give him a chance.
he had
Think
all
about it.
no,
They didn't
no,
give-
no. Don't lie on Charlotte like that.
They didn't give
Book
Book Knight a
Night,
chance.
Book Night had his chance.
Man, they shot his
He
confidence down,
blew it.
bro.
man.
No. Book
But be a
Night had
we
his
we get
chance.
when not he
He
get
blew
drafted.
it. Book Night blew his chance. I didn't look at his
No,
tape.
the problem with Charlotte is Charlotte basically what I've been saying. They on the treadmill, right? They don't build. They
That's why
all their money is. I hate to say this, and y'all can't say nothing. I know this right. All the money they spent is on washed players. I would have
mean,
never gave Kelly Oubre. I would have
yeah.
never gave Kelly Oubre that type of money. I would have never gave Terry Rozier that type of money. I would have never gave Gordon Hayward that type of money. Those are the people that's supposed to be pushing them to the playoffs. That's who they look for. Melo was still young. We know he's still growing. So you can't put that pressure on them. The problem is they can't get it done. It has nothing. But they went and got all 6. Them dudes was on six players. And you put them in a starting role and thinking they're going to push you over. And you paid them like starters.
That was stupid on their part. That was stupid
And they went and got a whole
my
bunch of six men and try to push them over. Like Kelly Oubre, right? We all know that dude balled out when he was over there at Golden State. So they thinking they're going to get
Kelly
they thought they
balled
were
out
going
in
to get
Phoenix. No,
Yeah,
Kelly
he balled out in
Phoenix.
Phoenix. He balled out in
well,
He
Phoenix.
balled out in Phoenix.
Phoenix, right? He ball out. They thinking they're going to get the same player.
But that offense not set up the same.
Right. Yeah. Different officers not set up on the same team. They got different teams, got different systems. We
But
all know this by watching
but
the
that's the
game.
point I'm getting at. Exactly what I'm getting at. How we expect them to win and they don't even have a system. That's what I'm getting
That's
at.
true.
We saying 2 or 3 years. So
And
last year they showed they didn't have a system. So we hoping next year they have a system. It's gonna take them 2 or 3 years just
yeah,
to master it.
yeah, because the course they got now ain't gonna be there next year or the year
They
after that. Like they don't
do.
even know what their vision
They
is for where they
do.
going at. And like you said,
Now,
like that's another bad thing about the play-ins. The play-ins give teams that usually will be rebuilding and knowing that they shitty, they give them a chance to be like, oh well, damn, we've been in the play-in. We just need to make this move and
No,
we'll
no,
be in the
no.
playoffs.
This
I'm
why I
a,
think the play-in good. This why I think the play-in good. It prevents the teams from. It's the same teams getting a 1, 2, and 3 pick.
Yeah.
now,
Oh
now
no,
to
and before you say anything,
Also,
like
look,
I
and it also
like the
give
play-in.
you an
I think the play-in got more
opportunity to
positives than
play.
negatives.
Huh?
to to be honest, Charlotte need a player. Now, I don't see him
Check this out. Check this out.
on this list, but Charlotte really need a player like Kelly off of the Jazz.
This what I'm trying to tell y'all, right?
they
That's who
need a bench,
Charlotte
bro.
need.
They need a bench too.
I was
They
about
need
to
a
say
bench.
No,
that. Look. This is what I was about
Kelly
to say.
Kelly needs to be
This the
off of
other
the
night.
Jazz and
They
on
couldn't
the
answer this the
Hornets.
other night. We can't sit up here and name the Hornets starting 5. I'm saying we
I
know it's
can. No,
See,
no, I
official
can.
starting 5.
you mean
No, I
you already
can.
know? No, let's just say
No,
the
I
starting
can.
four because it's just say the
No, I
starting four
can.
because we got Lamelo always starting. So
No,
We
it's
no, no,
already
no.
know
I
that. That's the
can.
GOAT. That's the
who the
GOAT.
next
No, I
four?
can.
Who the
No,
next four?
I can.
Name
I
they
can.
starting 5 and name at least 3 people could come off the bench.
No, I can right now.
Name it. I'm telling you, name them. Name the 5 and 3 that could come off
Ball,
the bench. Who?
Ball.
All right.
I will bench Rozier.
No.
He will come
Name the
off of the
starting
bench.
5 first. Name the starting 5. You try to make it sound good. That's what I'm telling you. You trying to
I
make it
will.
sound good going
I
with
will
all the
start
names.
Miller. I will start Miller.
All right. That's a rookie. You don't know
I
what
will.
he gonna give you. All right.
I will start Haywood as small forward.
Be third. Go.
I would start Bridges at power.
You don't know how many games he gonna be out on suspension.
10,
He 10.
10.
Or they say 10?
Yeah.
10.
All right, so that's 10 games gone.
And I would start with
My
Williams
goodness.
at
I mean,
5.
gotta start. I mean, gotta start.
All right,
Well,
Mark Williams 5. Now name the 3 coming off the bench.
I would do
PJ Washington, if he
Smith,
start. Oh, okay.
Smith at Smith at PG.
Okay.
And
No,
look,
I would do Rozier. I would do Rozier at PG. I would do Smith at shoot. I would do PJ at power. I would do the Nigerian at center.
Melodon. Okay. Melodon.
now look,
Um,
this the whole point I was about to get at. All that sounds good. You name them, right? But we all
uh-huh.
they gotta pay Miles Bridges and LaMelo Ball. So if they don't pay
Uh-huh.
them, they gone.
They go next season, right? If they don't get paid this season, right?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. They on the treadmill.
So
Look, check it out. What I'm telling you, the people that's
Uh-huh.
paid, the people that's paid, he see all them coming off the bench except going Haywood.
Mm-hmm.
That's the ones who hold all the money. They can't
Yeah.
win, dog. I just told you. He literally saying people that's getting paid starter money is coming off the bench.
No. Haywood would start.
They were still coming
Rozier,
off the bench and over.
Rozier would be my starting point guard. My bench point guard.
but he's not
My
really a
sixth
point
man.
guard, though. You know that, boy. But okay, you want to put him at
But
point guard? Okay,
saying,
be my guess.
based off of what they paying him,
Okay.
they got him coming off the bench.
I will have him as my second floor general. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Them people can't win, man. Because check this out. Now they caught in a pickle. Do they want to pay Miles Bridges, he gonna ask for the max, and you gotta see if you're gonna play Lamelo Ball. He gonna ask for a max.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know.
But to be honest, but to be totally honest, I've been with a bought out Haywood. Why everybody bullshitting? I've been
Nobody
with a bought out
on that
Rozier.
contract,
I
man.
mean Haywood. I've been
Nobody
with a bought him
on
out.
that contract, man.
No,
But
I would have
when
bought him out. He's the one I would have bought out.
I
Well,
mean,
well,
but
Jordan.
that's the first season they've been eligible to buy him out as far as just 1 year alone.
I mean, couldn't Jordan ball this? If Jordan wanted to, can he have ball him out himself?
No, hold on. No panic. Now see, now see, no panic talking out of both sides of his mouth because he was the one saying, "Oh,
I'm
somebody would take that contract. Somebody's gonna take that contract.
gonna
Somebody would
tell
take
But
that
hold,
contract."
hold on, Scott. Let him keep going so I can
no,
respond.
no. I'm gonna tell him where that get tricky at. He ain't gonna take no buyout.
No, hold on, but Scott,
Contract
before you
like
go, let me just clear that up. That don't got nothing to do with me saying trading the contract. You're not going to buy out a player with 2 years left. That's too much money to buy out. You went to his last of the contract to buy out. But if you want to trade Gordon Hayward, Charlotte would have to give up a pick with Gordon Hayward. But they're not in a position to give up picks. They got to give a first round
that's
pick up
you
with that
talking about
contract to get
trade.
with them. If you got
Hey,
two
About
years
hey
trade.
left.
guys, hey guys, you know that Gordon Hayward's preferred destination is Utah Jazz. I looked this up a while back. That's where he want to go
I
back
don't
to.
think Utah want him though. 'Cause Utah
They,
wants shit
they
that's
don't
right
want
out
him though, right?
value.
You're right though. They don't want him though. Yeah.
This the point I'm getting at, right? To buy him
Yeah.
out, you got to be willing to accept that. That dude ain't getting no more big contracts. He about to get all that. Trust me. He ain't getting bought out. The best option is he ain't getting bought out.
Charlotte did the dumbest thing by trading for him from Boston.
Well,
They
yeah, I was
should have
trying to
left
figure
him
out.
alone.
I was trying to figure out why did they get him in the first place when that happened.
Tell you, man, he ain't getting bought out, man. What would Jordan tell him? Look, man, we'll buy you out for 15, 20, and when you get 30.
Jordan must have been drunk when he did that, gave him that
The,
contract, bro.
the
Man,
only,
I would have
Hey, and listen,
left that boy in Boston. I would have left that boy alone.
you know
Jordan
why?
but
must
see,
have
when
been
you say
drunk as
that, that's
hell.
just hindsight speaking. You got to remember now. Remember the time
Man, that
they
boy
had.
was
No, hold on,
hurt
hold
in
on.
Boston.
Hold on, they had Terry Rozier. They've been trying to build a roster around somebody just paid money to. Nobody just coming to Charlotte as a free agent. You got to trade for somebody. So that's
Man, the
the
boy
only
was
trade they
hurt
could
in
have made.
Boston.
And Charlotte been looking at. No, I ain't saying it's not a dumb decision. What I'm saying is we speaking from hindsight of seeing him injured, of seeing him not playing up the par. But at the time, that for Charlotte, that been like, damn, we get a quote unquote star player to come to Charlotte because ain't nobody coming
Oh,
just
no
on their
panic.
own accord.
No panic. Let
Oh,
me
blue.
hold on. No
Oh,
panic. No panic. Let me get
And
in.
listen, and
Let me get
to
in on
Sky's
this one.
point, they got to go with that. They still got to go against that in the
Kelly not
future.
on
People not want to come to
contract,
Charlotte.
blue.
I'm
Oh,
about to
Kelly
tell y'all
Oubre
this.
is not on contract. He's an unrestricted free agent, blue.
Look,
He's not even on contract.
look how this work though. Look how this work, right? When you buying somebody out, right? Just how it works. You're gonna give them an offer. Most of them gonna take the buyout if they know they got another team they're gonna go to. I'm quite sure he don't have another team that's gonna be willing to accept him. So he was gonna get that whole 30. He want his whole 30. He might be out the league after this contract.
I
He
mean,
ain't gonna be out the league, but he definitely ain't getting on these big contract again.
yeah, but you can always do him like Lowell Dane. You can stretch his contract out for a long time.
But see, teams don't like to do that. That's amnesty, and they don't like to do that too much because they don't want players to just be on their book for continuous years. But it is a favorable thing to do if you don't want to straight out buy them out their contract. But Gordon Hill got to accept that.
I mean, you can always stretch him out for a minute. Actually, hold on. I just found the a unrestricted free agent that's wide open. Unrestricted J Huff, and he's young. Um, that the Hornets can get right now. J Huff.
Man, nobody.
And he's 7 foot.
Man, nobody want that.
But see that you just naming measurables in the name and his age, like that don't move the needle for Charlotte. Charlotte don't need just a big body at power forward or center. They need playmakers like if you look at what Charlotte missing right now, they missing another ball handling playmaker. They ain't missing no shooters
right now.
They got shooters.
What you mean? The whole team shoot threes?
Yeah, that's why I say they don't need no
right now.
shooting.
Charlotte need a body right now.
Man, the
No, they need a lot.
jacking
You're
us.
right. They do need a lot, but I mean, shit, they could use another playmaker before they can use just another shooter.
Man, the whole team jack up
Charlotte
shots,
need a
man.
rebounder right now.
From Terry Rozier, all of them jack up shots, man.
Charlotte need
Charlotte
a
ain't the type of
body
team
right
that can
now.
say we just need a rebounder. Charlotte ain't at that level now. Lakers, not Lakers, but like a team like the fucking Heat can say we need a big body. We just need a big center that can eat out space, shit like that. But Charlotte ain't in a position to say we just need a rebounder. They need playmakers. They do need a big body, but a playmaker should be coming first. Shooters shouldn't be coming first. Cause think
They
about it.
need
If you
you.
gotta
They
get
need. They
Lamelo the
need.
No,
ball, you
no,
gotta get Miles Bridges the ball if he come back. You just paid PJ, so even if Miles Bridges don't come back, PJ got to get the ball some because he about to get a bigger contract. So how Brandon Miller gonna get the ball in his hand other than catching and shooting for a second round overall pick?
no. This dude is a rebounder.
Okay, cool. So
Rebounder.
outside of rebounding, catching and shooting, and potential
Man,
defensive
bodies get
abilities,
bigger in
he's
the
a second
NBA.
round pick. Think about that.
Man, the bodies get big in the NBA.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
man,
yeah, yeah. I
200
mean,
pounds,
yeah, he gonna hit the
6'9",
Ray Boom.
200.
Motherfuckers gonna hit the Ray Boom. Shit, he's 6'9" to a 230, right?
That
I
ain't
mean,
the
he gonna hit
point
the
I'm
Ray Boom.
getting at. The point I'm getting at is it's gonna take him 2 to 3 years before he even catch on. Y'all
Right.
saying like he gonna come over there and make an impact.
And mind you, now when shooters put on muscle, that fuck with their shot.
From
No,
y'all,
no,
NBA
no, no,
NBA players don't put on weight like that.
not necessarily, man. Depending on it, not necessarily. No, it
man,
don't.
from y'all standards, y'all saying Brandon Miller making rookie of the year?
Well, I say Wembanyama, but everybody got
Man,
Brandon Miller
nah,
old school.
I'm asking you a
I'm
If
not
question.
talking
Brandon Miller,
about
if y'all
Brandon
don't see
Mender.
him
I'm
being
talking
rookie of
about
the
this
year,
rebounder.
No,
Y'all
no, I'm
saying
saying
no to this
no.
rebounder?
I'm saying the expectations y'all saying Brandon Miller could get rebound. Brandon Miller go. Brandon Miller from that. Y'all saying Brandon Miller getting on rookie of the year, right?
No, blue. I'm talking about this dude as a backup center. I know what you're saying, blue. I'm talking about this dude as a backup to Williams. They saying no to this backup center. That's what I'm getting at.
they
With the
already
So
got backups. They got like 4 of them. They got Nick Richards. They
no,
got
they
Thor.
don't. No,
Bruh,
they don't.
listen, if we can agree or
Purple just
disagree
went
about
over.
anything, bruh,
Purple just went
Charlotte
over
got
who
about
was
4
under
centers.
contract. Purple just went over who was under contract the other day.
So
That's what she was trying to get you to understand. Who's
no,
under
no,
contract?
not get me to understand anything because wasn't part of that conversation. But they still got Nick Richards. They still got the other center that Vernon Carey. They got centers, bruh.
She was
Kai,
letting you know who was
like how
under
she said.
contract and
No,
who
hold on.
wasn't.
And like how she said, they trying to move Kai to the 5. So that's another center they got. So what did they need a 7-foot J Huff for? You don't even know his first name. You call him J Huff. That's
His
all you
first
say.
name is Jay. His last name is Huff.
Okay, so that's who you gonna get as a backup center. And he gonna move the needle for Charlotte.
He,
No, he
bruh.
gonna move.
That's
He
crazy.
ain't talking about moving the needle.
His
He gonna
first
probably be
name,
help.
his first name. You told me I don't know his name. His first name is Jay. His last name is Huff.
J Huff. I think I heard the J Huff
Think of
song.
You
think
did say
about
I
that in
don't know his
itself.
name. His first name is
You
Jay. His
want
last
that
name is
player.
Huff.
You want that player to be the end all be all or the needle
Huff.
moving
I hope,
player.
I hope he ain't. I hope he ain't Huff.
Think about it now. Like you say
Oh
Charlotte
no.
needs something. I asked you
Oh
about
my
free agency.
god.
You say you ain't been talking about Charlotte.
I,
Now you
I,
talking
t-
about
I
a
just
backup
told you I
center
just
going to
found
Charlotte.
his name. I
No,
What?
told you
no,
I just found the player.
no.
I
That
I
keep
what, but
hearing
told
that's
you
what
I
I'm.
just found his name.
But
no
that's the
panic. I
point.
keep
That's the
hearing
point I'm trying
everybody
to make.
talking about. I keep hearing everybody talking about Mark Williams. He played last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
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 ain't gonna
he,
be
he needs more development.
man. Yeah, he ain't gonna be nothing. It's gonna take
Man,
2 to 3
Charlotte been a
years for him
bad
too.
team, bro. Like
he,
none of
Two
that
to
he,
shit
three
matters to me
years
on the
for him
bad
too.
team.
he he needs more development, but he's decent. But as far as his body type, he needs a little more time in the weight room. Um, they at first the way that they're developing him, they thought he would be coming more like a Dwight Howard, but he's not there yet. So and he's 6'10", but they thought he would be have the jump
Man,
like a Dwight Howard, but
man,
he's
them
not
people
there
on,
yet.
man, them
And it
people on
was
the treadmill, man.
right, but
They get on the treadmill.
right. No, Scott, I'm not disagreeing with you, but people was trying to really figure out why they was comparing him to Dwight Howard. He's not there, so that's why they really do need a 7-footer with body
Anybody that
mass.
comparing him to Dwight Howard,
Man, they gotta
So
make
they
so
they gotta package some of them players.
And
Some,
the White House was a free agent right now. He waiting for somebody to get him on his team.
Hey,
Man,
listen, a lot of people act
oh
like Dwight Howard in the fucking Hall of Fame, and like Mark Williams
so
was nowhere. They showed no flashes of
he,
being that type of player.
man, I
okay,
want
so
to.
he's 7'1". He's 7'1". Well, on TV he looks like he's 6'10". So if
So
he's 7'1",
Dwight Howard
he
pushed the
looked like
needle.
he's 6'10".
Dwight Howard pushed the needle.
he gonna give you. He gonna
Uh,
give you balls. He gonna bang with you. He gonna
Uh,
give. He gonna bang, man. So he
yeah,
wants somebody that actually want to play center. That's
yeah,
why I
y'all,
said the other day. That said that helped
y'all
Miami out
talking
there.
about
I'll say this
y'all
honestly.
talking about getting Dwight
He
Howard, man.
That
Y'all
would
got
help. That would help everybody body.
no. Hold on,
No, no,
Scott.
no.
No, we're not saying that they're getting the White Howard. No, don't. No, we're not saying that.
no.
So
The
I'm
they
saying that
have
y'all saying go
comparison.
get him though. If
so
y'all
No,
they have
talking
the
about
answer.
no, Sky. We're not saying that. The comparison was similar to the White Howard, bruh. They're not saying go get the White Howard. We're not saying that. The comparison was to the White Howard, bruh. The
but man,
comparison.
you gotta understand, man. That sound good, man. The white, that's the old prototype, man. That shit ain't working in the league now, man.
Hey, listen, what happened what happened
Man, the
when them
White
defenders
Howard
kicked
right
Mark
now.
Williams out the perimeter?
The
Man, he did.
Orlando Dwight Howard is a power forward right now. Like
No, I won't say that.
it
I
is,
won't say that.
He
man.
played center.
No, I won't say that.
He played center with the Lakers in
No, I
2020,
won't say
and then
that.
they got
That
the
boy with
Titans.
ass, man.
No, Sky, I won't
That
say
boy with
that.
ass with
No,
the
I won't
Lakers,
say that.
man.
No, I
Yeah,
won't say that.
he was
No, I
grabbing balls
won't
for the
say that.
Lakers, bro. He
No,
said they
No, I
want to play.
won't say that.
That's how
listen,
you got to
Dwight
admit.
Won't say
When
Howard,
the
that.
Dwight
Titans
Howard
ain't
is a
right,
five. He's a
No, I
five.
won't
He
say
ain't no
that.
four, he a five.
No,
he was always
And
a
when he
I
five.
been
won't
with the
say that,
Come
Sky.
Lakers,
on, Sky. He
No, I
was
won't
always
say
a
that
five.
shit.
I
No,
remember the White House came in
yeah,
the league. He was always a
Man,
he
the
been
five.
a
White
five.
Howard
no,
playing
He
with
no,
been a five, and when he been
no,
with the Lakers,
Sky, I won't say
he
that.
third
man,
team deflection in the damn
look,
series
he
team.
got
So
him and
nothing.
Andy Davis under there, man. We talking about
I
you
won't say
talking
that.
Anthony
about
Davis don't
get
want
the
to play
white, man.
center. Anthony Davis don't want to play center.
Smitty,
What I'm
When the
saying
Lakers
is the
Smitty,
signed,
I will
when
rebounds,
the
say
Lakers signed
Bridges is the X
The White House was
factor.
playing center.
man. We talking about when they come to the rebounds,
But the
either
White House
he was
wasn't
gonna
giving you
get it or
boards. He
either
was willing to bang. So, Anthony Davis don't want to bang at the five. That's why when they have Dwight Howard, he was banging at the five.
man, the White Howard don't push the needle, bro.
He ain't trying to push it. He don't gotta push it on neither.
Man,
His job is to
I'm telling
grab
you, man,
boards, grab
the
boards and
the
bang.
White going against somebody like Jordan
It's that
right now,
screens.
get killed.
Come on, man.
He'll get killed, man. Man,
Dwight Howard,
today,
the Howard always
No.
gonna be
Hold on,
beaten. He ain't gonna get killed. He
man,
ain't
the
gonna get
killer
killed, man.
today shoot
Come on,
threes,
man.
kill round.
Hold on. Let me get a definite answer from Sky for a sec. Sky, going against who the white get killed by? Who?
He'll get killed by Bam. I could name a few of them. He'll get
He ain't gonna
killed
get
by
Bullshit.
he,
Bam.
he
Hold
gonna
Bullshit.
get
on.
killed. You talking about
Bullshit.
Hold on. Let me tell
Bacon
you
in the
who he'll
hole?
Bullshit.
get killed by. You want me to
Bullshit.
tell you? Bam will kill him.
Bullshit.
Jokic
Bullshit.
will kill him. Valanciunas
Bullshit.
will kill him.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Who else? I'm about to give you another one. Vooch will kill him.
Who?
Who
Who?
else?
Who's that last name?
Vooch.
Vucevic?
Yeah.
That'll be a battle, but bullshit.
Nah, man. Vooch
You
will
say
kill him.
kill. You say
Look,
kill.
you
Bullshit.
know what the difference is? What I just told you. All them gonna pull him from under that goal.
Howard didn't get killed his last season in the NBA.
He didn't get killed, man. No.
The only thing that happened was it was a problem between him and the coach. That's the only reason why that man not in the NBA. That man did not get killed his last season in the damn NBA, bro. It was a problem between him and the damn coach.
Yeah.
That man did not get killed his last season in the fucking NBA, dog. Come
Yeah.
on, bro. Tell the
You know,
truth, shame the damn devil,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
That
We
man
don't
did
gotta
not
lie.
get killed this
Hey, we
last
don't got.
season in the NBA, dog.
We don't gotta lie like that, man.
That
No,
that
let's
man
keep
didn't
that
get
up.
killed this last season in the NBA.
No.
Come on, Shay. Come on, Shay. Come on, Shay. You acting like that man was on St. Anne Street getting twerking.
Man,
Come
that
on,
boy
bro.
old, man.
That
Nobody,
man wasn't on that man wasn't on St. Anne Street twerking, bro. Come
so
on,
what
The
bro.
about,
man,
so
Don't
you
do
trying
that
to tell
man like that,
you
bro.
trying to tell me DeMarcus cousins not good?
if DeMarcus Cousins couldn't
The
even stay healthy, man,
no. Hold on. DeMarcus' cousin problem was he was a locker room problem.
yeah.
That's what DeMarcus' cousin problem was.
No, I ain't never
DeMar
ever. I'm not
no,
saying
DeMar
that. What I'm saying is
no.
they both washed. That's all.
DeMarcus' cousin was a locker room problem. That's why he's not in the NBA. If we're gonna tell the truth about these players, dog, just tell the truth.
Yeah. Some of these players
Just
have
be
problems with the coaches,
facts.
and so some of these players have problems with the coaches and locker room problems. So you know what I'm saying. So DeMarcus Cousins definitely though, yeah.
In fact, that's why Vogel not in the league now.
Yes, he is. He's getting hired.
He just got hired, but he
He ain't
just
in the
got
league. He's
hired.
not in the league because Lakers don't feel like he's a coach that could have coached their team. A lot of people feel like they won that
Who
championship
was on that
on the
team? And who was on that team?
LeBron and AD. A lot of people believe that it was
And who
LeBron,
else?
AD, and
Who the hell is the
And
sender?
who else?
Who would they send them?
Dwight.
Exactly.
Okay
Yes.
then.
No,
Dwight
hold on,
Howard
hold
they
on, hold
send
on,
them.
hold on.
Come on,
Hold
man.
on, because that's a
Come on, man.
convoluted conversation.
Let's get credit and credit is due.
No, hold on. Hold on. Y'all convolute the conversation. I'm not
No,
I'm not
that's the
going against
player.
Dwight Howard. I know what Dwight Howard did for Lakers against Jokic in that playoff series. He one of the reasons why they beat the Denver Nuggets inside
Yes.
the bubble. My thing, what
Yes.
I'm saying is the Vogel thing. Vogel not in the league because people believe that any coach could have coached Lakers to the championship, and then
Oh
when the
no.
next year roll, hold on, just let me finish. When the next year rolled around, when they couldn't get it done, people believe that he lost the locker room because of what Russ been going on. Remember, they've been trying to say they get rid of him because of Russ because he ain't been using Russ the right way. So when he get fired, he took a year off, and now he's rehired by his son's team that got the same aspirations that Laker team. A bunch of good names, a bunch of good players, a quote-unquote superstar team or whatnot, that they feel like we just need a steady coach. Because
But
Vogel was a good coach, because he coached Indiana Pacers to overachieve against LeBron.
and you know what happened with that, right? Because they had the
But he
White
ain't not
Howard,
in the league
they had
because of
Tyson
nothing
Chandler,
like with a player.
They had Tyson Chandler over there, which they should have kept. They had Carvel Pope, which they should have kept. They could have won last year if they kept him, man. And Caruso, they could have gave him another contract, but they didn't. They,
What can well, big brother, can you answer this question for me? Isn't KD the same person who told the owner we don't need a coach?
yeah, he said that when he was
All
in
right.
Brooklyn. Yeah,
So okay,
All right.
when
All
Steve Nash
right.
was over there.
well,
I just want to
let me
make sure
ask a question.
I'm talking about the same person. I just wanted to make sure. All
Why
right.
why do people bring that up when it comes to KD and coach? Like, why do people always bring that up? Like, what I got to
Because
do
he
with
said
it?
it.
No, I
KD
get
and
it. No,
Kyrie.
and this ain't even me challenge you about nothing. I just always hear people say that whenever we talk about coaching, and it's like, okay, so what I got to do with anything? Like, what is that an argument mover? Like, what happened with that?
Did he say it? Did he say it or did he not say it?
Well,
You do realize some of the best players in the league don't get coached, right?
Did he
Like
say it or did he not say it?
no, I
come
get
on,
that,
man.
but when LeBron got a coach, the coach ain't coaching LeBron. The coach putting the rest of the team in order. You don't bring a coach in to coach your star player. You bring them in to coach the team.
How many
Well,
players
So if
say
he,
that out loud?
I don't know. Listen, I'm not arguing if he said it or not. I know he said it. But what I'm saying is,
No. How many players say that out loud?
when you look at
and
the context of why he said,
Let's put it this way. KD did say that. LeBron never said it. LeBron probably could have said it, but he never going to. Michael Jordan could have said it when he was playing, but Michael Jordan never going to. Yeah, we know
Kobe
Michael.
could have said that, but you don't
Kobe
say it
could have
out
said that,
loud.
no,
but he didn't
but
say it out
that's
loud.
fine. That's fine if you don't like a player speaking out loud
No,
about something that he feels.
Patrick
Cool, I
Ewing
ain't
could have
arguing
said
that.
that.
But
You
what I'm
don't say
saying
that
though,
out loud.
what I'm saying is
Wade could have
the
said that.
context
You
of what
don't say it out loud.
okay, cool. The context of what he said when they've been talking about not needing a coach, because if you look at the offense when they've been in Brooklyn, all they've really been doing is okay, your turn with the ball, my turn with the ball between him and Kyrie. You don't need to be a coach. You don't need a coach for that.
Now,
They've been taking
okay,
shots at his adjustments, and we see
okay, but
throughout
see,
that season he was not good at making adjustments.
no,
Well,
but see,
you talking about the X's and O's,
but
the X's and O's.
Yeah, like
Uh,
that's what he
But
kind of
no,
mean
no,
when he
no,
say
no,
we don't
no,
need
no,
a
no,
coach.
no. I'm no, hold on. I'm not no fucking mind reader. But because see, I was trying to let your man slide, but since you brought his name in it, see, both of them actually said it, and they both said it in an interview, and
Yeah.
both of them amen each other. And
Uh-huh.
I was trying to let your man slide,
Slide with
but
what?
KD
Hold up.
and
Who?
Irvin said it.
yeah, they
Irvin
both said it.
and
I,
KD
Yeah.
said it, and they
Uh-huh.
amen each other, and
Uh-huh.
no other player actually said that out loud
Uh-huh.
in 75 years of the league.
Okay.
yeah.
So
See, but you
literally,
can't judge what they say and measure that up
I'm not
against other players.
I'm not no mind reader, so I'm not reading neither one of them mind. They said it out loud, so all I'm asking both of them to do is stand on it.
But how
Hey,
are they not standing on it?
no. We could go back deeper than that,
No,
y'all. Hey, y'all,
you're trying to be their mind reader.
No,
I'm not.
bro,
They
I'm
said
not
it.
trying to be a that's why I be
hey,
saying, but no, hold on, let me say it real quick. When we be talking sports, it's not about mind reading. Sometimes when you just look at sports and understand what you're looking at, you understand why a player say certain shit. When you look at the Brooklyn Nets from that year, the offense wasn't an organized offense. They was just going out there and hooping, and on defense, that is
well, like I said, let's go back to if you go back to the old tapes from back in the day, like when Bill Russell was playing, you could see that if y'all watch some of that stuff, he was a player coach at one time too. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
damn, I cut out.
Yeah. Bill Russell was actually a smart guy. You know, but he never said he was better than the coach. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was. You know, he never
But no,
said
but
it.
they ain't been saying even better than the coach. What they were saying when you watch Brooklyn, the offense
Hmm?
ain't been a set offense. So when they've been talking, you can hear not hear the content, but the context of what they've been saying is what as a fan or somebody who know basketball, you see that they ain't running plays. What we need a coach for if our coach ain't making adjustments? We
Well,
really don't need a coach. That's what they was talking about. See, you don't
well,
no listen. So when you don't know basketball like that and you don't know what you're looking at, sometimes players say things that make you be like, "Well, what he talking about?" But when you know what you're looking at,
hold
that's
on.
what they talking about.
Wasn't Steve Nash Russell basketball player?
Was
I
Nash
believe.
getting a was
I
Nash
believe
getting a paycheck?
Steve
Was
Nash was a
Nash getting a
basketball.
paycheck?
Yeah,
Was
but
Nash getting a paycheck?
he was getting a paycheck.
Yeah.
All
Wasn't
right.
Steve Nash a basketball player at one time? And did he want plays for his coach? I'm quite sure he know the playbook now. I
Yeah,
mean,
but what I'm saying is that
Nash won
knowing the playbook
MVPs,
and
right?
making adjustments, that's what separates a good coach and a great coach. Doc Rivers, the reason why Doc Rivers get a lot of trash on his name is because he don't make
Nash
adjustments. That
won
don't mean he ain't a good
MVPs.
coach. He just don't
Nash
make good
won
adjustments.
MVPs, right?
But that don't mean nothing. Jason Kidd been a great point guard. That don't mean the Mavs supposed to be the greatest team in the world.
Nash won MVPs, right?
But what does that
Nash
matter?
was getting a check, right?
What does that matter? Coaches don't play. Coaches just make adjustments. They see
Nash
what
got
they look
fired,
from their
right?
perspective. They see what needs to happen from quarter to quarter, and they make an adjustment.
Nash got fired.
Nash
Nash
got
got fired.
hired, right?
Nash
Nash
got
got
hired.
hired and
All
fired,
right, but
right?
that's not proving your point. They still said what they said based
Nash
on us
got
letting you
hired
know.
and fired, right?
He got fired because of KD and Kyrie because they were locker room problem.
Right.
And listen,
They
and
was getting a bid.
obviously
They was getting a
somebody
bid. I'm
agreed
gonna
with
be
them.
honest. That was gonna be a
Obviously,
mission.
somebody agreed with them about the coaching thing because
No,
they wouldn't have got rid of Nash if it wasn't
they
it
was
was an
been
issue.
they was been the
Wait,
bitch.
wait.
They,
Monty Williams got on KD during the game 6 of the playoffs against Denver, and asked him, "Why you shaking your head?" And we getting our ass kicked out here, right? During the game, right?
yeah, I saw
And
that.
then at the end of no panic said he didn't see that during the game, but okay, that's neither here
No,
nor there.
but see, but hold on.
Then at the end
Because
of the
I don't know if
game,
you just taking blind shots or
and
you
and
just
and
saying
and
stuff.
and, and, and,
That
and
you
then
ain't
at the
never
end of the
when
game,
we talk about that the other day. You
KD
ain't say he shake his head and all that. You say the man tell him, I need you to do more. I need you to be better. Now you saying he was shaking his head and say, why ain't shaking your head?
Wait.
I ain't seen none of this shit at the end of the day.
It's in the chat right now.
And when I say I don't see it, and when I say I don't see something, I'm not telling you it didn't happen. What I'm telling you is I did not see it.
The link is in the chat right now. The
No,
link is in the chat right now.
Listen. Sometimes you got to slow down and listen.
The link is in the chat right now.
Whenever I say I didn't see something, that's not me saying it didn't happen. What I'm saying is I did not see that.
Right now.
I ain't see it.
Okay, the link is in the chat right now.
Okay, cool.
So, all right, so, and now, and even at the end of the game, game 6, the crowd even booed KD out the gym because they got their ass kicked so bad. But we still gonna make excuses for this cat.
Nobody making it, bro. Listen,
and
just because somebody don't agree with your take, that don't mean they're siding with somebody else. I don't believe that KD. I don't believe that KD absolved anything. Shit, that might be.
I told y'all what I think, man. KD.
We don't disagree on KD.
KD is a prima donna sometimes, I think. Because why you think Steve Nash got fired? Because of that guy. Because them the same dudes they wanted Steve Nash to come to the team. So that's why I'm trying to say. And the owner, and see, that's why I like Pat Riley over there, because the owner ain't gonna just listen to the damn players. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why I like the Miami culture. Because see with Miami, that shit ain't flying over there. But so this owner over here these guys is a bitches, man. That you know what I'm saying. Now look at KD now over there, and he doing the same thing over there in Phoenix. Watch what I tell you. If the Phoenix don't improve this year, hey, put it on KD there.
But see, that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not absolving KD from anything. All I saying is when he said the thing about the coach, cool, he said it. Nobody denying that he said.
Back up tomorrow. Shut
up.
All access. Shut up. No panic. DJ. Peace and love.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.